Hello.
Oh my god, look at those fucking haunches. Look at him.
No.
What? No!
No.
Turn him back round.
No.
It's not a sex thing. It's not. He's got strong legs for a little man. There you go. Look at him. Oh, it's meaty.
Oh god, I have to go back.
It's so meaty. Hello, Consti. How you
Hello,
doing?
Constay. Um, we stream will be happy to know that we got the Family Guy discussion out of the way before the stream started.
Yeah, we did literally just now. So there'll be no mention of Family Guy at any point during this stream. We will not be. I repeat, we will not be talking about Family Guy. Seth MacFarlane's Family Guy, which aired on Fox, will not be mentioned by either of us.
Mm-hmm. I like your hopefulness there, referring to it in past tense.
Yeah, no, it's okay. But I do have some interesting facts to tell you about American Dad.
Really? Because once you're done, I'm gonna start talking about the Cleveland show.
I won't even make a joke about that, dude. Come on.
The joke is the show. Well,
Consti, like that is you mentioning Smooth Yoda now
fuck.
is like just starting the foreplay and then saying, "Would you like to go full penetration?" It's too soon. You have to build up.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be build up, otherwise,
If
you're just straight out the gates, and I don't appreciate that. There is pacing to be had.
if there is one thing we all have to know is that Smooth Yoda is all about full penetration.
Full penetration is what Smooth Yoda is. He penetrates your soul,
Yep.
your heart, but more importantly, your asshole.
Yeah. Actually, just as an aside, I had to mess with the audio settings for a previous stream. So just if people who are listening, just if there's any issue with the audio, please let me know. I have had to mess around with it a little bit.
Yeah, we've done it by eye rather than by ear, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's fine. What the fuck was going on with the camera there?
I don't know. I just does that with the rocket. Where's the sparks level in this area?
Oh, it's on one of the little hill things, I think.
I think so. No, it's here.
Oh, okay.
I was actually just going to go here and glide.
Oh, fair enough.
Cool. Yeah, but yeah, if it needs adjusting up or down, if the game needs it, whatever, just let me know. Was dealing with different audio and had to turn it down a lot because it was clipping.
Do you know what my favorite meme was of the last couple of years?
Mm-hmm.
It was the American Dad speedruns.
I know. Here's the thing. I know you appreciate that meme, but that was most certainly not your famous meme of the last couple of years.
My favorite meme. What was it then?
Definitely Lucky Luciano.
That's from like 2015.
That's a couple of years
It's
ago.
like in the last couple of years. I'm referring to last sort of like 2 or 3. Look, Luciano. If we're ranking like the fucking 2010s memes or whatever, look, Luciano is definitely up there, along with Surprise Pikachu. Surprise Pikachu's up there. Big fan of that. And what else? What else was I big on in the 2010s? Really like that boy.
Yeah.
Loved that boy. That was one of those memes that like died very, very fast, but really just remained eternally conscious in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What else? Trying to think of other memes.
Come on, you can think of one more.
Basically anything that happened on Vine that was pretty good, except the Pauls.
That's you heard about the fight that happened last night.
I don't give a fuck. I prefer not to talk about it or even mention it.
Here's like the thing is, I don't care about boxing on a good day, but like I am I can only feel how annoyed people who are into boxing must be that like just Logan Paul was able to walk into, you know, a professional fighting environment and just be like, I'm here now, give me millions of dollars.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly how I feel about it as well. It's really.
I say this, wasn't the fight he had with the other YouTuber
We're not gonna say his name, but we know who you're talking about. It's an initialism.
CSI? No.
KSI. I don't want to. I don't want to talk about him.
Oh,
I don't want
right,
to talk about either of them.
Yeah, but wasn't that like in Manchester?
Yes, it was.
And I was like, we were there. Like,
Yep.
That was weird.
Oh, the fucking angle on that is awful.
Yeah, that's why these levels fucking suck. Please, yeah, please.
Yeah, no, that fight happened while you were in Manchester, and it sucked then. It sucks now. I don't want. This is my thing, right? I don't even want to talk about them in passing because the whole point of them is to get people talking, and
Yeah.
I do not want to give them any publicity whatsoever. I fucking hate the pair of them. They're a pair of arseholes. They're very, very irresponsible constantly with their audiences, and they will just continue to do this. So no.
I literally know nothing about the other individual, so unless you're talking about the Pauls, plural.
KSI's a knobhead.
I've literally no idea.
He got popular for playing FIFA and shouting over playing FIFA. And then being just quite offensive.
Here's the thing. I believe it. I just find it really odd that, again, I don't know why. There's no fucking reason for this. But when you said he got famous for playing FIFA, it's like people watch other people play FIFA.
Yeah.
Like
but no. People didn't watch other people playing FIFA. People just watched him play FIFA. There really aren't, as far as I'm aware, there really aren't any other big FIFA YouTubers. He was like the only one.
Yeah, because
and it wasn't for the gameplay. It was more for the commentary, apparently.
Yeah. But like that's the thing. I can't imagine like the Venn diagrams of people who play FIFA and people who watch other people play video games online. Like I really do feel as if those are two different circles.
Mm-hmm.
But like, obviously there's a fucking audience for it because I mean, FIFA's a really fucking popular game. But like.
Yeah.
The people who play FIFA are the people who are lads, basically, and lads don't do that.
And that's exactly it. But there are lads. There are the modern lads, and that is the group that he cultivates. It is laddish humor all over. It is lad Bible humor. It is. Did I tell you I met the guy who one of the guys who ran Lad Bible?
Yeah. I was literally
my old bar.
I was literally about to bring that up because there weren't there offices in Manchester or something like that.
They are in Manchester. They're in Northern Quarter.
I wasn't sure what Lad Bible still existed. That's why I used past tense.
Yeah, no. Now they're more of a reputable news source.
Are they?
Yep.
Is that why I don't hear about them?
Yep. They write their own articles now.
Oh my god! Actually, on a similar fucking like topic, you know, I keep up with video game news, but like, you know, of Apex because I play Apex, and I seen the most fucking useless article pushed not pushed to me, but like on one of these like news websites just there like an hour or so ago, where it was like how to get the new Pride badge in Apex Legends, and I'm like, log in. That's it. It's a login reward. You log in. That's it.
Anyone who was remotely interested enough in Apex to ponder that question would have opened up Apex to have a look to see it.
Yeah.
And then got it in it.
Yeah.
So that article did not need to exist for anyone.
Like that article might as well have been how to play Apex Legends.
I get pushed articles like that a lot, and they're always like really infuriating. Because I just don't fucking care. I don't want your clickbait. I never wanted it. Oh.
See, I just get articles. I don't get clickbait articles really that much, except for like, except occasionally when I'm like, I will just read about like not the contemporary monarchy, but like sometimes I'll just be like, hey, I'm gonna read about like Edward IV for a bit today, and I do that, and then like it'll start, my phone will start like sending me like shit like, oh, Prince Harry ate a pie,
You're seeing this because you are interested in the British royal family.
yeah, like just shit like that. But like for the most part, like it actually sends me actual articles because that's what I read. But yeah, very occasionally it will just send me video game related ones, which is just like, I mean, thanks, but like typically, like I don't fucking give a shit.
Let me tell you what's in my my Google
Yeah, we'll
recommended articles.
give the top three and we'll compare.
Okay. 50, but just to double check, you're doing this from the Chrome browser, yes?
No, I'm doing this from the swiping left or swiping right
okay.
on the main thing.
Yep, no, got you. Oh, they're the same. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Oh, they change if you refresh.
Oh, Sparks.
Which I accidentally did.
Oh, Sparks can take. Okay, I'll refresh also. Mine did not change. Sparks can now take one extra hit for me.
Oh, that's good. So I have.
Oh, I can go to Lost Fleet now because Hunter is
gay.
I think Hunter's free, so we can do these.
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Battlefield 6 is called Battlefield 2042 and has 128 player battles, say leak. That's because apparently I'm interested in Battlefield. I am not.
Yeah,
I have. Couple who bought new house without seeing it find secret sealed off attic. That is because I'm interested in attic. And Apple employees rally against office working plan. This is because I'm interested in Tim Cook. That's my top three.
Mine are like, it's like fucking night and day. My news is actually like news. My 1 hour. Pressured by Biden, Johnson may finally face reality on Northern Ireland. French regulator fines Google €220 million for favouring ads for own services at expense of rivals. And Ireland will need to build a coalition of small estates to push back on G7 tax plan.
My ones there was surprisingly more newsy than they usually are. Because I actually I'm looking at my Discover on the Chrome browser, which I do see a lot because I'll open up a new tab and I'll scroll down on the big news articles. So my top three there are the 50 best Netflix shows to watch right now. It's because I'm interested in Netflix. Scott Pilgrim to receive 10th anniversary re-release in UK cinemas. Oh, that's actually good news.
Yeah.
It was supposed to happen last year, and so legitimately, it was supposed to happen last year because that was when the anniversary was in 2010, and they opened it in a couple of UK cinemas, but delayed it in the US because COVID was, hitting a lot harder than at the time. So it didn't happen in the US, but it did happen a little bit in the UK in selected cinemas. So when all of the promotional stuff's been happening this year now about Scott Pilgrim, it's all been US based. So that's the first inkling I've seen about it coming back to the UK for people who did miss it the first time around. So fucking buzzing. If you're over, we should go and see Scott Pilgrim in the cinema.
Yeah.
I would love that. I love that movie. I saw it 3 times in the cinema when it came out. Which were probably stood for about a third of its box office sales.
It did better on like DVD and shit, right?
It did great on DVD and Blu-ray, great on the home market.
Yeah, I owned it on.
So it's annoying because you don't really know how great it did. They don't really ever release the figures about that. It's only really the box office showings that they talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, apparently it did a lot better on home media platforms. It became a bit of a cult film.
Oh yeah,
which
shit.
it deserves. It's a fucking great film.
Yeah.
I have talked. First off, you didn't know me at the peak of my Scott Pilgrim like whole deal, and if you think you did, you didn't. Like my middle name on Facebook was Scott Pilgrim for years. I think you might remember that.
No.
Okay, no, okay. Well, that was the case. I got into it. I started reading the books just after the 5th one came out, I believe, and then yeah, after that I spent the next sort of like year and a half, 2 years like waiting for the 6th book and waiting for the film. And when I first saw the film, I was pretty disappointed with it because I did not like Michael Cera. This is the time in my life I didn't get it. Like I saw him and I thought, oh great, yeah, no, cute, dorky, awkward guy. That's what he plays in everything. I didn't understand Michael Cera until I watched Arrested Development.
Mm-hmm.
I remember
that being a point of contention for you.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
See, now I like him.
No, here's the thing. Now, I just feel sorry for him because he's just been ridiculously typecast, and it's like I'd like to see. First of all, nobody's been able to write him as good as George Michael has been written,
Yeah.
and I just feel as if he's got more of a range.
He's pretty good in Superbad. I know you've never seen that, but that is an alright film. It's probably the best of all of those, Seth Rogen movies.
I just really dislike Seth Rogen movies. I've tried watching. I've seen bits of Superbad, and it's like I don't know. It just
The Superbad strength genuinely just comes from how endearing its cast is.
fair.
Like Emma Stone's in it.
See, that's the thing. Like I typically don't. When it's like, oh, the cast is endearing, that argument doesn't typically work for me.
Yeah.
Like,
I get that.
I just don't feel that. Like I I get people who do, but I just don't feel that.
My just go back to Scott Pilgrim for a moment. My reaction to that movie when it initially came out was that I really wish Michael Cera wasn't in it. I thought the casting for every single character was perfect, bar Michael Cera and young Neil. I thought that the guy who played young Neil would have been a better Scott Pilgrim. And I still stand by that. I understand. You don't remember who young Neil was, do you?
Oh no, I do. I know exactly who you're talking about.
He was the one who was in Jennifer's Body as well, and Perks of Being a Wallflower. Can't remember what his actual name is.
That's the one. That's Perks of Being. I've not seen Jennifer's Body, so like,
I thought you might have seen the kill count for it.
Oh yeah, I have. But like, I would associate him more with Perks.
Yeah, he's very good in that.
Yeah, he kind of plays the same character at the end of the day.
Nah, he plays a jock.
Does he?
Yeah, he plays a jock in Perks. That's the whole point of the character.
Shit. Yeah. I forgot about that. God.
Yeah, that is a really, really fucking great moment. But there were very few films that really managed to capture sort of like the emotions of being a teenager very well. But that is one of those movies that manages to get it pretty good.
Yeah, and
it makes me emotional
as well, right?
Yeah, doing a really poor American accent, but like once it stops being jarring, it's good.
Yeah. Like she plays a good role. She doesn't necessarily. Yeah, the accent is odd.
Yeah.
But yeah, actually, on that topic, this is the thing I wanted to pick up, or like to talk about on stream. Oh fuck! I've got to beat a hunter and kill all the crabs. I just thought I could
did
beat
you not
Hunter.
see the counter?
No. Or I did, and I was like, oh, that's odd. Anyway, so on.
Kick.
Oh.
Oh! I don't think you're supposed to do that. I don't think you're supposed to glide on that like that.
No, I don't think I was at all.
You just discovered how to walk on goop,
Yep.
my friend. You walking on the goop.
Those are not the lyrics.
I'm walking on goop, shine,
Whoa.
and it's time to feel goop. Hey! Okay,
Oh,
that
God.
works. So go on.
So,
What were you going to bring up?
there was this thing on Twitter earlier on today where you like you go to Letterboxd. Do you know where Letterboxd is?
I don't know what you're referring to.
It's a website where you like it's a review website basically.
Okay.
But the idea is it's not necessarily supposed to be a Rotten Tomatoes where you just put a star rating and that's kind of it. I think the idea behind it is more that you're actually supposed to write a review about it and actually share your opinions on it. So it's supposed to be
Okay.
more of a like you can read other people's reviews, but it's also supposed to be like a little like, hey, diary of like, hey, these are all the movies that I've watched and these are my thoughts at the time.
Okay, interesting. Okay.
At least that's the feeling I've got for it. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, I don't dislike that. Consti. Everyone's walking on the goop in your household. Your
Yeah.
household is made of goop. That's what the floors are.
Mhm.
So go on. What about Letterboxd?
The idea was to like go to your favorite movies and look at like
Oh, is this look for the dumbest 1.5 half-star review?
yeah.
Right, yeah, okay, I did see a couple of these. I didn't know what the website was,
Cool.
but yeah.
Did you see the ones I posted?
No, I didn't.
Okay, cool, great. That makes it better. So I'm gonna read out the four movies that I picked.
All right.
And I picked them.
Can I guess some of the movies?
Yes, that's what I want you to do.
You want me to guess them? Oh, guess the movies by the review?
Yeah.
Yay, okay, I'm into it. Let's go.
Okay. So I'm gonna give you. I picked basically what I'll say is I did these by genre. I need.
Okay. I know one of these will be horror at the very least.
Yes, and the first one is.
Okay.
The first one. God, I don't know where these.
Half star, just for clarification, is the lowest score you can give, right?
Is the lowest one. Yeah, it's like half a star, 1 star, 1.5, up to 5.
Yeah.
I believe. Okay, that's where 2 of them are. So I'm going to give me a moment because I just need to. I need to figure out where the last of these gems are. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be able to do tricks on this section, but I can't figure out how to do them.
I remember that left. You just passed another one.
Yep. See, that was
Nice.
tactical. That was tactical.
Is that the
and
last
there's-
two?
No, there's a couple on one of the ledges up here. Okay, so the first one is horror.
Yep.
He kills. He destroys everyone. BTW, he's a fucking ghost, which makes this movie so absurd and even funny. Not scary. Super extra boring. Better watch the 2007 remake. Worth to watch.
Halloween.
Fuck you!
2007 remake gave it away. Rob Zombie.
Fair enough, but like I really thought what got me was the inclusion of fucking
That is a ghost.
yeah. Where the fuck does the ghost come in? I'm sorry, like you can.
I'm
okay.
assuming that they mean because he's invincible or whatever, that he's already dead. Like,
But he's not.
I know. See, that's the thing. Like, when you were saying that initially, I was like, I bet this is something stupid like Halloween, and I bet you'd pick a movie like Halloween to look on here for. But then I thought,
no,
because
because
maybe it's Nightmare on Elm Street because that's like the whole
No.
point of it. And then you said 2007 remake, and I was like, it's definitely Halloween.
No, these are supposed to be like some of my favorite movies, and
Okay.
I do legitimately think that Halloween is probably my favorite horror movie.
2007.
2007, yeah. Like I love Halloween. I love Halloween, like not necessarily because it's a good movie, or like it's sorry, it could no, it is a good movie. Not necessarily because it's aged well, but it's incredibly basic, and other movies have done what it does a lot better. But it does something simple, even to the well, what we would
Hey,
what we would consider contemporary, like in contemporary, in contemporary zeitgeist, as something simple. It does that very, 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 very well.
I agree. My problem, like, I don't have a problem with it per se. I really appreciate the movie. I appreciate it from a what it did standpoint
Yeah.
and how well it holds up. But I'd still rather watch something else, you know?
No, for me, Halloween is a movie. Like, it's one of the few movies that I can genuinely, on my own. The way I did these movies, or I dealt with these movies, was these are. I've I'm not necessarily like a massive like cinephile or anything like that, and there's definitely movies that I think
I
are
fucking hate that term.
whatever, but like there's definitely movies out there that I enjoy far more. But these are all movies that I have on my own sat down and watched and or rewatched on my own.
Yeah.
Which is a big fucking like that for
It's a big deal for you.
For me, sitting down and watching a movie on my own, that's a big fucking deal.
Yeah.
So that's why I went with these. So, number 2. Ugly horny Brit commits war crimes.
Well, that'd be Austin Powers. I don't know which one, but it would be one of them.
Yeah, it's the first one. Again, fuck you. You're getting these very quick.
Sorry, what exactly? Which other kind of movies did you think I might sub that one out for?
I don't know. Again, I thought
You could have summarized full stop. Ugly horny Brit. You've got me.
No, but that's the point. But that's the point. What are the war crimes?
I don't know. It was pretty groovy though.
Yeah, like that. The reason why I pick these is because there's just these fucking weird like additions.
He stops war crimes.
Yeah. So like I was so fucking like taken aback and like commits a war crimes. I'm sorry. I think I watched a different movie.
Yeah. Okay. So go on. What else we got?
1 second. We have okay, this says nothing about the movie, so this is going to be difficult.
Okay.
My ex-boyfriend made me watch this, and then he broke up with me. This film sucks. And I fell asleep.
Can you give me a genre?
I'm going to say action.
Mad Max.
Okay, yeah. Yep, Mad Max Fury Road.
Yeah.
You
have to remember, I know, I know you're like, oh my god, you're getting these, like, what the fuck? I'm getting these based on a lot of things, but a lot of it is me knowing you.
Okay, yeah, fair.
Like, as soon as you said, like, oh, what action film would you pick to look up? Of course it's going to be Fury Road.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mad Max Fury Road is the only movie, not only have I, is a movie that I've watched on my own, but it is a movie that I've gone multiple times on my own to the cinema to watch.
Nice.
In fact,
Still never seen it.
It's the only movie I've watched on my own in the cinema. No, wait, no, sorry, that's a lie. That's a lie. I've also watched what's the movie? Batman vs Superman in the cinema on my own. That was a fucking depressing experience.
Sounds like it.
I missed one. Yeah, that was a really fucking depressing. That was like the last movie I watched in the cinema, in Canada.
Oh,
Um,
what was the last movie I saw in cinemas? In general, I think it was Detective Pikachu.
I forget what the last movie I watched, but feeling it was It Part Two.
Detective Pikachu was very, very by the numbers, but I enjoyed it.
Mm.
It's a fun movie. I really enjoyed seeing the Pokemon designs. Some
Oh.
of them horrified me, some of them didn't.
I just didn't want to watch the movie because I really disliked the Pokemon designs in it. They went
Fair enough.
for a lot of them. They just went for too realistic, and it just didn't feel good. Okay,
Some
last
of them
one.
look very, very, very good.
Mhm. Last one. Um, um, Again, this probably won't tell you much. But the first movie of 2018. What a treat! Now, I'm going to give you a clue, a hint here, and say
That was the whole review.
that was the whole review. That was the whole review, and the hint here is the movie
It
did
was
not
not
come out.
released in
The movie did not come out in 2018. This was a person who watched the movie in who watched it was posted January 1st, 2018.
Right.
So I'm gonna. Do you want to give a guess?
I have nothing to go off of aside from
Okay.
the fact that it wasn't released in 2018.
Okay.
That leaves a lot of movies, and I'm gonna need a little bit more of a hint.
Okay. I'll give it a genre for now. And the genre is horror.
Oh, you've done more than one horror.
Yes, because this is my favorite movie of all time.
Okay.
That's my other hint.
Okay. So it's American Poltergeist 2.
Yep. Yep, that's it.
Yep. I got them all.
You did.
Are you impressed?
Yeah, I am. You know me well.
And you say I don't listen to you. What?
God. I'm not doing this again. Yeah, fucking.
What's this website called? I kind of want to do this now because
Yeah,
I
do it.
haven't done this yet. So
Do
I
it.
want to do this with 4 movies for you.
It's letterboxed, where Letterboxd.
Letterboxd. Oh look,
Yeah.
they took a vowel out.
Yeah.
Do you have to make an account?
Nope.
Films.
Amber's one was one of Amber's one was very good. Where it was I believe it was something along the lines of we need to stop allowing Canadians to make movies. And I was like, I don't know, I like that. It was immediately like, oh, I know that. And it's a fucking fantastic movie. Do you want to guess it, or before I just say what it is?
Repeat it. Sorry, I was half reading, so.
It was just one thing that said, okay.
Bad Dragon.
Yeah.
Back. Go back.
Dragon.
Bad Dragon. Destroy the Wacket. Bad Dragon.
It was. We need to stop letting Canadians make movies.
It's gonna be like Strange Brew or something.
Nope.
What
Not
are
a
the
Canadian
Canadian
movie.
movies? It's not a Canadian movie.
Strange Brew isn't a Canadian movie.
Oh right, okay.
It's a movie about Canada, but it's not a Canadian movie.
Tucker and Dale.
Nope.
I don't think that's Canadian. Actually, I think that's just
it is
North
either.
American. Yeah. I always mix. I tell you why I mix that
You're-
up because the guy in it looks like the guy who's in. I think it's called Letterkenny.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Again, which is really weird because I just associate Letterkenny with Letterkenny, the place in Ireland.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm trying to think of other Canadian movies that have existed.
Here's the thing.
I don't know.
It's a deep cut. It's a deep
Go
cut. I would be very impressed if you got it. I'm going to give you one more guess.
Can you give me a genre or something?
It's horror.
Something to narrow it down. It's horror.
Yeah.
A Canadian horror movie.
Yeah.
Um, The Thing.
No. It is.
I don't know if that is or not. I don't think it is.
I don't believe it is. It is.
Well, it's John Carpenter.
Yeah. It is. Pontypool.
Is that Canadian?
Yep.
I always think that's like Welsh. I mean, it is called Pontypool.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so I'm getting reviews here. I'm getting reviews up. I'm gonna get 4 up for you.
Ah.
Look out, Spyro. There's a you wait here. Okay.
I failed this because I immediately ran into like every obstacle,
Mm-hmm.
which like left me no margin of error because I didn't know what I had to do. Oh fuck. See, the different. I will say, because you're probably looking at it now. Like the difficulty is looking at a movie, looking at the 1-star reviews, and like seeing like ones that are way too specific, like ones that are actually reviews.
Yeah. This is the problem that I'm having right now.
Yeah.
Some of these are like literally naming characters and directors and shit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going for that one. I'm just highlighting these basically,
Mm-hmm.
like opening a tab, highlighting them. All right, I've got two movies so far.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What are the movies?
Like I had that.
Sorry for being a bit quiet.
Yeah, no, I had that difficulty when doing the American Poltergeist 2 one because a lot of them were just like, oh my god, this movie has such bad audio. And again, I just want to say, like my love for American Poltergeist 2, I swear to God, is not ironic. It is one of my favorite movies ever because it is so bad. Like, it's beautiful. It's honestly beautiful with how bad it is. And it's just permanently in my brain. And
Sorry, I just read an amazing review. Okay, sorry. That just completely threw me. It was like one line. I just had to glance at it. I was like, holy shit.
that's how I felt about the Mad Max Fury Road run, where it was just like the one where it was like, my ex-boyfriend made me watch this, and then he broke up with me. This film sucked, and I fell asleep.
And I farted. I was trying to think of one more movie in my cinema lexicon. I'm trying not to go for really obvious ones for me. They're all pretty obvious, but I am trying to be a little bit less. So I've got one more film to go. Got it. Just gotta find a good review. Start by lowest first. Okay, okay, I got it. Alrighty.
Mhm.
First review. Just watched this movie for the first time and despised nearly every second of it. None of the characters were really likable. The themes of the movie were absolutely horrible. These are terrible lessons to teach children. The plot basically made no sense. The powers seemed like an add-on that added to the movie last minute and played no real role in the movie. The movie never made the fantastic world feel believable. Peter Jackson's Middle-earth felt more realistic than this movie's world, and that's saying something. And the characters' motivations were basically not. I feel sorry for anyone who endured this movie dozens of times as a child, and especially for the parents who had to play this on repeat for their sick, twisted, ill-minded children.
Okay, so immediately it's a children's movie. They talk about powers. What children's movie have powers? Immediately Pokemon.
Think more in relation to me.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But think more in relation to me.
No, see, that's thrown me off. I don't know what you mean.
It is a kids' movie. Sort of a. It's hard to describe a genre for it. It's not really a fantasy. It's not an animated movie. It's live action.
Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban.
No, that's fantasy. Good picking of the only Harry Potter movie I like.
Yeah. See, the thing is, it's the specifics of it are throwing me off. It's like, what children's movie has characters who have powers?
Powers and bad moral lessons.
Spy Kids.
I'll give you one more guess.
Powers and bad moral. I don't know.
Powers is a strong word. I would say power.
Nah.
We watched it together. Letting the team down here, mate.
Okay. One thing. Give me one thing. What kind of kids movie is it? Is it like young? Is it like children's movie or is it teen movie?
Children's movie.
No, I'm gone.
It's Matilda. That was on you. That was on you, man.
on me. Yeah.
That was a swing and a miss from you there.
Okay, I know you elaborate on power singular, but like that powers thing really fucking threw me for a loop. I was like, what? I was thinking of an ensemble cast, you know.
Yeah. I kind of felt like that. That's why I tried to be a bit more specific about it.
Yeah, but like there was just too much in that original one that I was just
Well,
like,
what exactly are the terrible lessons to teach the children in that movie?
that was written by Danny DeVito's character.
By Frank Reynolds.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Playing, yeah. No, the moral of that story is that if your family are abusive to you, you can still have a family that just aren't that. It's a tale of mischief and like, you know, this is a child who is abused at every single corner getting her revenge. It's not. It isn't necessarily supposed to be about the lessons you take from it. It's supposed to be a little bit of solace for kids who feel like they can relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking. And how do you despise every single second of it? Danny DeVito's in that movie. Like, fucking come on. Anyway. Here's the second one. There's the second movie.
Okay.
This movie, I kept pulling out my hair every 2 seconds, not out of excitement, but out of frustration and anger towards the character's actions and behavior. I don't think I ever want to watch this movie again. Dislike emoji. Your hint is that it is horror.
Character decisions. It's not going to be Scream, is it?
It's fucking Scream.
What the fuck?
Also, this review is something else. Hang on. Kevin Williamson is... I couldn't say this one for obvious reasons, but I read this and I was like, I'm sorry. Kevin Williamson is a genius because he wrote a horror movie that tells you out loud it's a horror movie every 5 minutes. So meta, so clever. In all seriousness, Sidney Prescott is an all-time great final girl, and she's the only thing about these movies that holds up for me. Also, she has an Indigo Girls poster on a wall. Dichionic. Half star.
I love the duality where like, oh, Sidney Prescott is like one of the best final girls in any movie. Half
star. Yeah, that's exactly what threw me off. I was like, how is that negative? More of that review is dedicated to telling about how much that reviewer thinks Sidney Prescott is like a great lesbian than the rest of it. Anyway, I really can't. I think I'm gonna read both of these. I'm gonna read both of these because they're both one-line reviews.
Okay. Give me one. And then if I need the other one, give me the other.
Okay. See, the difficulty here is deciding which ones, like which order to go in.
Okay.
Way too many Brits in one movie.
Shaun the Dead.
Wow. Okay, well, you didn't need the other review, which was everything was going well until it became racist out of nowhere.
Oh, wait, what? When was it racist?
It's the N-bomb. The Ed drops.
Oh, right. I mean, is it racist? I mean, yeah, obviously it's a racial slur, but, like, at the same time, it is also, like, Ed's not necessarily supposed to be a super sympathetic character. He's supposed to be, like, a complete, like, you know...
I'm not gonna weigh up as a white person the moral justifications of if when it's okay to say the N-word as a white person. I'm not gonna stand here and do that. However, what I will say is that in a couple of points in its defense. Number one, it was 2004. Number two, it wasn't appropriate at the time, but the point of it was to be completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
I don't think it justifies it, but I understand why it was in there, and I do understand, you know, watching that and being completely jarred by it and being like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? But, like, I don't know, for that to reduce the entire film to half a star for you is a bit much.
Yeah.
Because there are, like, 3 seconds of fucking dead silence after it. The characters just stare at him like, what the fuck? And then have to get on with shit because they're in a zombie movie.
Yeah.
We wanted to watch a funny movie with my bestie, but then we changed our mind and watched this instead.
Is this a new one?
That's the same movie. The same movie. Also, here's a longer one about it, which this is really the fucking cream of the crop, where someone's responding to someone else's movie. Someone else's
review.
Yeah. No, Luke, this movie sucks mad ass. This is a bad film. In fact, I think calling this a movie is a disgrace to all of the films. I would rather watch the fucking B movie than this dirt. You have absolutely destroyed your reputation on the app by giving it anything higher than a 1 star, and so have every other reviewer here. To say I am disappointed is an understatement. Shaking my head, shaking my head, shaking my head, shaking my head in bold.
I love when people can't separate like their subjective opinions from, like, you know, objective. You know, like, even if Shaun the Dead was a poor movie, like, it's still functionally competent.
This is okay. So this is my deal with Cabin in the Woods, right? To bring that back up, because I have talked about it before. I 100% accept that my opinion is a personal one. From a fundamental standpoint, from you know, and like not a subjective standpoint, I can appreciate, yes, this is shot well, this is edited well, this is honestly, like, it is quite tightly written. It just really isn't for me, and I think it's incredibly egotistical, and that completely sours the film for me. That's my take on it. But I'm not gonna, if someone else likes it, I'm not gonna turn around and tell them that they're idiots for doing so,
Yeah.
and that they've destroyed their reputation. And it's especially the implication that they destroyed the reputation on this app to everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, not just this person. It's like, okay, thanks, Sander. Anyway, here's the best part. That was part 1 of the review. Here's part 2. Luke, you stupid.
The
stupid
Cornetto
child.
trilogies of reviews.
It feels like it. That was blood. This one's cops. Luke, you stupid in italics child. The only thing you've gotten right so far is the fact that the English are bad. And yes,
You know
they
what?
are.
You know what? They have me so far.
The fact that the cast English instantly stops it receiving anything higher than a 2.5 star rating. The English cast don't even have a good script of movie to make them not look so disgraceful. The film is chock full of stupid plot points and unfunny scenes. The stupid scene where they hit the zombie in time to the music is the most overrated thing in existence and completely unrealistic. If a zombie were really there, you would stab with a pool stick, not hit. Words cannot express how disappointed I am at everyone who rated this higher than 1 star. I have now completely lost faith in humanity, and I'm contemplating joining an extremist terror group to really show how sick I am of society. 7 angry faces.
Joining ISIS to spite people who like Shaun of the Dead.
Joining ISIS to spite the Brits.
Yeah. You know what? See, you keep doing this. Now you got me on your side again.
But okay. That aside, that's why I brought that one up, because that's legitimately funny that they really just hate English people that much. Which, fair enough, whatever.
Yeah.
But also, who cares?
Fucking
Like, no one.
Cherry Adams' letterboxd account.
The extremist terror group he was talking about was just reformatted the IRA.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely unrealistic. You know, that film where they hit the zombie in time with the pool cue.
I love that, when people talk about that, like you can talk about your immersion being being broken, sure, but like zombie movies are inherently unrealistic. Yeah.
I would honestly argue that the point that zombie movies, when they get bogged down in realism and reasons for it, defeat the purpose.
See,
I don't need to know. Throw in a couple of it was something to do with GMO crops. That's all I need. I don't even need that. I didn't need that. I just need to know that it's happening.
See, I'm very open with my opinion that I fucking hate zombie movies. Excuse me, not zombie movies, zombie media in general. I am so fucking tired of it. Like, it reached a saturation point a couple of years ago, and I am not fucking over it. And like, you need to do something like legitimately. You've got to really fucking justify yourself to me to do a zombie movie.
You still sour slightly on Shaun of the Dead because it's a zombie movie, right?
Yeah. Like, the only reason why I give Shaun of the Dead a pass is ultimately it is calling, it's a what is it? Not parody, or like it's not a parody.
It's a love letter.
It is, but it's like, it's self-aware of like the tropes of zombie movie and zombie media in general.
Yeah. It uses them, but it doesn't particularly stand there commenting on them. It's just a movie that's been made in the modern era, you know?
Yeah.
It's not trying to be anything else other than, that's the thing. Despite how you might think zombies are boring, it's still pretty original for what it is.
Yeah, no, exactly. It justifies its existence. Which, again, nearly every single other zombie movie doesn't do. Um, um, like
I fucking hated this level.
it's not as bad in the Reignited trilogy, to be fair.
I only know it from the Reignited trilogy.
Oh, okay. No, oh no, it's fucking awful in the original one. You actually have decent controls in this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the like I just can't. What other annoys me, like what really got me was the likes of. I don't watch, like, you enjoyed Santa Clarita Diet, correct?
Santa Clarita.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't watching it for the. Here's the
No.
thing. I, like you, don't particularly care that much. Zombies aren't particularly a big, selling point for me. They don't really turn me off of an idea, but like I'm also not gonna. If the point of something is just zombie, I don't care about it. Like that, like iZombie and shit like that. The thing that brought me to Santa Clarita, honestly, I just watched one episode of it and I was like, yeah, no, I like the humor in this. Like it's silly. It's ever so slightly whimsical, I liked the tone of it, and I didn't really know that many other shows like it at the time that were sort of hitting that same note.
But my point is about Santa Clarita Diet and iZombie and some other forms of media, zombie media, is when they just throw the whole fucking idea of a zombie out the window for no fucking reason. So like, it's like, oh, they're zombies, they have to eat human flesh and like all this shit, but they're just regular humans. And it's like,
yeah.
And it's like, apart from that, and it's like, well, what's the fucking point? Like, if you're going to do that, like, seriously, if you're gonna fucking do
that's a more vampire style zombie.
Exactly, and it's like, what's the fucking point? And it's like, because for me, then after that, like, you could, fair enough. Like, I'm not saying you have to be beholden to the George Romero, like, style of, how zombies work.
Are slow. Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying you have to do that. But they always create, because they always create this tension where they've got to hide the fact that they're a zombie because society, people get like killed or like or whatever bullshit. And it's like, it's completely artificial tension at that point, because why the fuck if they were able to nearly perfectly blend into regular human life, then it doesn't fucking mean anything. Their identity as a zombie is inherently like useless because it doesn't fundamentally change anything about them.
Fucking one thing for you to be saying during Pride Month, dude.
But yeah, like I'm very sour on zombie fucking shit in general.
There was
like,
a lot. There's the thing. There's a lot of things
but
that I'm able to give that series a pass on.
Yeah.
That I know for a fact you wouldn't.
Yeah, but again, just in short, like there's two things you need to do, for me anyway, to justify, any zombie media needs to do to justify its existence to me. And one, it's either to go Shaun of the Dead basically, and like be at the very least a call to attention certain tropes and make a light of it, not be
super hard into it.
not be full of itself is what I mean.
Yeah.
And
it is not. That movie is just, but like you can tell that Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg just really, really liked the George Romero movies.
Yeah.
And like just wanted to imagine themselves in that world.
Yeah. So there's that, or B, as far as I'm concerned, which is you lean super hard into the cultural commentary.
Kill him.
You lean super hard into cultural commentary, and you use zombies as... You're not telling a zombie story, you're telling a story about humans and how they react to... and, how they react in a dire situation. You make it a character study of, either politics
Oh, you're
or
saying this is a
morality.
good thing?
Yeah, I'm saying this is a good
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Okay.
And again, part of the reason why I don't like a lot of zombie movie is because zombie media in general is because they kind of do that, but they don't actually know any, philosophy or morality, moral theories or anything like that, or political theories even, and just kind of fucking make an arse out of it.
I'll tell you what's a good. That if you have to be bringing some. I agree. You have to be bringing something new to the table, or you have to be like making a fucking point, a wider point. And the perfect example. There are two examples I'm gonna give here right now, which are both written by Charlie Brooker. One is Dead Set, which is a. This is the thing. That the execution on that wasn't the best. We've already discussed this before. I don't know if we've done it on stream, but essentially, it loses steam halfway through.
Yeah. Like
But the premise is incredible.
Yeah. I really like the idea of, like, again, that's using zombies as a tool rather than as a tool to like have a commentary on society, as opposed to making them like front and center and the villain basically.
Yeah, exactly. Like zombies work best to me, IMO, when it's an impending representative threat of something else. It's looming. It's it's sort of a looming apocalyptic feel.
Yeah.
Rather than I don't want a character study about a zombie character. I don't care.
Yeah.
But the other thing that Charlie Brooker did kind of in a similar vein wasn't zombies, but he did Metalhead, which was a Black Mirror episode. It's only like 45 minutes or something.
Yeah, it's one.
I think it's less than that actually.
I think it's only like 40 episodes, 40 minutes even.
Yeah. I think it's. I'll do you one better. I think it's like 39 minutes exactly. I think that's where I'm landing. But the whole the whole point of the episode, like it's just an apocalyptic horror. Yeah. It's short, it's uncomfortable, it's shot beautifully, and it's performed very, very well. And it's essentially just what a woman would do to give her child some comfort. That's all it's about. Yeah. And it's fantastic. It's one of the best and strongest Black Mirror episodes because it's something simple, watered down, done well.
Yeah.
And that episode could have been transcribed into a fucking, like, the threat could have been anything else. It did not have to be a Black Mirror episode. It did not have to be these little robot dogs. It could have easily been zombies. Like, if you had to have a threat like that. That could have been 28 Days Later style zombies, easily.
Because that's not the point. Like, the point of it, the point is there is a threat. It doesn't matter what the threat is, because the core theme of the story is about the hook of the story is about emotional attachments, what we will do for other people, what we will do for
loved ones.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're talking about, not fucking isn't it fucked up?
Isn't it weird that Drew Barrymore is a real estate agent who kills people? Like that is the Santa Clarita thing for me, really. Like that really could have just been. They follow the vampire thing more than the zombie thing, which is, I guess, fine. I don't have too much of a problem with that. But, like, if you want to do zombie media slightly differently and twist it, but like at that point, if it could be supplemented for a different supernatural entity, do that.
Like here's the thing. Like, the thing is with zombie media, I'm just not forgiving. I'm just not forgiving at all with it. Where I will be forgiving with, basically any other shit.
Yeah.
Like, it not necessarily, like, if I'm watching a movie about like a serial killer or whatever, or like a just a general slasher movie, it doesn't have to justify itself to me, because zombies were in everywhere. Were literally
they really
everywhere.
were.
They fucking wrote classical literature. They rewrote Pride and Prejudice, but included zombies. Like,
and all the title was literally Pride and Prejudice with zombies.
And zombies.
Was it and zombies? I thought it was with zombies.
No, and zombies.
Pride and Prejudice, but they're zombies.
Yeah, and it's like at that point, it's like there was just way too much fucking saturation with it. There was way too much fucking.
I agree. It soured itself. It definitely. I didn't find it as egregious, but I definitely felt it. It was by the point. See, that was the thing. I don't know if you remember the movie Warm Bodies. I never actually watched it, but I remember seeing it advertised and thinking that actually looks quite good. And I downloaded it, and it's still sat on my hard drive. A decade later, pretty much, and I've never watched it. Because even despite the fact that I'm kind of interested in the idea of like, oh, what would it be like if this girl was dating a boy and he was actually a zombie? Like, oh, I wonder where that goes. Like, and it was decently rated as well, so I wanted to see it. I still have not gotten over the. I really can't be arsed with a piece of zombie media. Like, it is almost justifies itself to me, but not enough.
Yeah.
My bar is definitely lower than yours. Yours is very, very high. But
like I will be very clear. I am super like hypercritical of zombie movies, and
yeah,
part of my reason for that is I know you can be better.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of the time it's a mark of an either it's a mark of an either untalented or
lazy
writer to include them.
I definitely don't have the same eye that you do, but I understand the exhaustion with it. And Shaun of the Dead is still my favorite out of the original Cornetto. Well, the original Cornetto trilogy. The Cornetto trilogy.
Yeah.
I think yours is Hot Fuzz.
Yeah, it is.
Hot Fuzz is really, really good. I love all of the movies in that, and I really love World's End as well. I love them all for different reasons, but Shaun just hit different for me.
Yeah. So sorry, just to go back to it. What's your fourth movie then?
My fourth movie. Well, I'll tell you about the fourth movie. Half a star. This movie is for squealing pigs and girls with low self-esteem who have internalized the idea that othering people for how they look is funny. I think they meant bothering. It's lasciviously exploitative, but also infuriatingly juvenile. Watching this feels like a Harry Potter BuzzFeed personality quiz made in 2020. Watching this feels like forgetting to take your meds for 3 days. Watching this feels like being forced to do the narration for the umpteenth part of the Kiwi Farms Jerking Chris Chan documentary. Watching this feels like being at Rocky Horror Midnight Screening where 35-year-old men joyfully yell slut whenever they see Janet. This thing will not survive the scrutiny of future generations, and I hope the successful campaign waged against it is not won through attrition but eradication. You were right, it was Mean Girls.
Sorry, there's a war of like our campaign against Mean Girls?
Apparently.
I mean, here's the thing. I know a lot of these reviews like are people not getting the movie, but that feels especially egregious where like they really didn't get the movie.
No, they didn't. Also, here's one. The racism isn't very casual.
Now I've seen Mean Girls a while ago, and I've seen Mean Girls a while ago, and only once. Was there racism in it? Like genuine question.
I don't think so. I mean, if you could probably argue that like, you know, it's racist because there's like one black character in it, I think. Or at least one, you know, main black character in the principal.
Yeah.
And you've got not Regina George, you've got the
I mean, it's
What's
Tina
she
Fey.
called?
It's Tina Fey. She doesn't have a great.
It's white.
Yeah.
It's white. Like it's a white movie. I get that, but it's not. I don't think it's, you know, inherently racist. And
See, as I just put like his point, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, Tina Fey has a bad track record, especially with Asian Americans. Asian people. I say Asian Americans, specifically with Asian people.
Gretchen Wieners, sorry, I believe that she's black. Mm-hmm. She's light skinned, but I think she's black. Mm-hmm. And but they're really, it's never really that's why I'm like hesitant to bring it up, because it isn't ever referenced in the movie, and maybe, you know, that's the point that they're going for. But the other thing, I guess, is like, are they talking about the fucking "if you're from Africa, why are you white" line?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what they're referring to? Because the whole point of that line, I have to say this, right, for a character to say something that is somewhat racist does not make the film racist, especially if you're making a point about it. Just
Yeah.
because something contains something does not make it something. Like,
In fact, that's how, you know, media has to deal with issues of racism and, you know, bigotry in general. Is it has to draw attention to them, and it has, you know, characters have to be, you know, if it's a movie about racism, characters have to be racist, you know.
yeah, it has to be shown, it has to be addressed, it has to be dealt with, and it has to be shown how to deal with. Like, you can't just like, you can't just call something fucking casually racist for that. I think that might be what we're referring to. I'm honing in on that, but like, I can't think of any other point. And it's a throwaway fucking line of like, the character who is deliberately shown to be undereducated and like not have a huge grasp on social situations or what's right societally. I mean, she's literally in an incestuous relationship with a cousin. She knows it. She knows it's not right. She still does it anyway. And she literally, her first words to the girl she just met from Africa were, "Oh, if you're from Africa, then why are you white?" And her friend says, "Oh my God, Karen, you can't just ask people why they're white." And that's it. Like, she was like, you know, saying something that was kind of subtly racist, sort of, and I wouldn't even know if I'd describe it as racist, more just ignorant. Like, not even offensive ignorance, just like, you're an idiot. Like, shut up. It's the kind of thing that make you roll your eyes, not fucking rate it a half a star. Also, that another one of the reviews there was, most of them aren't even babes. What the fuck? Oh, here's a great one. I truly love this film. Katie Heron is worse than Hitler. If I could travel back in time and destroy it before it was ever made, but it meant that all my loved ones and myself would die gruesomely, I would do it happily. That being said, Regina was pretty good.
Jesus Christ. I mean, here's the thing. Like, I love, and I hate at the same time, like, how poorly people, like, it really goes to show sometimes, like, just how many people are just media illiterate.
Okay, here's a half-star review that I cannot disagree with, right?
Yeah.
They've rated it 16 out of 100. Like, dude, this is just a stupid version of Julius Caesar with cliche coming-of-age positivity and some SNL humor on the top. Every technical aspect of the film was done so mediocrely that one could even mistake it to be a TV comedy skit. Every shot and edit never functioned beyond conveying the textual information of the scene. And when it comes to the text itself, a large part of the film was underdeveloped. Jokes that got set up only to be used once, motifs that were repeatedly used only to deliver the same comical effects, and what a tragedy it was for Faye to make Janice nothing more than a punk mentor. In the end, I think the film still serves some recognition for its accurate portrayal of its high school setting, but what's the good of an accurate setting if you can't make something meaningful happen in it? 100%.
That's a good review.
That is a fantastic negative review. I don't agree with it all the way through.
Yeah.
But those are valid fucking points that I cannot like necessarily turn around and say are bad. That is just a backed up opinion. That is a justified half star.
Yeah.
Like, I glanced at it and I was like, yeah, no, they clearly know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
It's not like they're just throwing in jargon to like confuse me. Like, no, there are actually some points that I had kind of considered, but just don't mean that much to me. Like, it does feel like a fucking TV comedy skit. Some of it is underdeveloped. I 100% agree. It's just the jokes that land hard enough for me to kind of overlook it all, you know?
Yeah.
You kind of coast through it. That's how I feel about that film. If he didn't, that's fine. but ultimately we got on the same ride. He didn't enjoy it.
Yeah. That's
But
what
we
I mean.
watched the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I specifically mean about like about media literacy is like that guy knows what he's fucking like. Well, whoever it is knows what they're saying. Like, they know what they're talking about, and they're able to like be like. I don't disagree. It's like, yeah, like I mean, when I think of Mean Girls, I definitely don't think of the fucking cinematography. I don't think I don't think there's any clever editing in it. I don't think there's, and like, you know, I don't necessarily think that like the, you know, from a technical point of view, it's a very like it's an outstanding movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then like calling together about the jokes and stuff like that. Yeah, like again, I'm not 100% sure because I've only seen the movie once and it was a while ago. Yeah, if that, you know, if you know things are built up but then not executed, that's, you know, poor. That is an example of like writing that can be improved.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what I mean. Like, it definitely feels like an SNL skit a lot of the time as well. One, because Tina Fey was a writer for SNL,
Yeah.
and two, it really, I fucking hate this level, by the way,
Oh yeah,
more than anything.
it sucks so much.
This is probably one of my least favorite parts of this game.
Yeah.
And Tina Fey, definitely sometimes it does feel like you're watching an SNL skit with the writing and how many like sort of quippy one-liners that come out of it, but that don't necessarily add to anything.
Yeah.
When people say it's a very quotable movie, they're correct, and it's sometimes to its detriment.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's all. And that's not just Mean Girls. That's every Tina Fey like writing project.
Yeah, 30 Rock, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Right.
Like I remember, like I think of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and I tend to gloss over what the plots of the episodes
God.
were, but I remember moments.
Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
so many moments. I remember Chandelier, but I can't remember the reason why that there was a party in the apartment.
Yeah.
You know,
Like,
it was you know, with that, but that's just a part of Tina Fey's writing. It just kind of sucks.
yeah.
And I've come to accept that in my older age. This is my final review of Mean Girls that I'm going to read, because this is again for half a star, and this was I had to click this to unspoiler it.
Mm-hmm.
I friggin' hate this movie. All teenage girls acting all bitchy and trying to be like Regina George. I literally saw a girl in a shop in the same clothes that bitch Regina wears in the scene in The Office when she brings in the book. The girl was also using the words fetch, and a friend behind her looked confused, and she was just like, come on, bitch. She also called her a little slut and said she was whorish. Amanda Seyfried is my least favourite actor working today. All she'll ever be known for is this and Mamma Mia, which I have not seen. But I hate this movie so much, Die Mean Girls Die. By the way, the burn book thing would have been obvious because they could compare the handwriting like what, and I'm tagging this review as spoiler-filled because it's such a bad movie, no one should know about it. That's someone who doesn't have media literacy.
Yeah. Like my favorite thing about that was like their complaints about the movie were like just their own misogyny.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like this
It was like
movie.
this-
I don't like this movie. There was a girl in the store I seen once who like I thought was a whore. Like what?
Yep. She called a friend a slut. Oh my god, and said she was whorish. That's I can't believe she'd do such a thing. Anyway, Amanda Seyfried is like my least favorite actor working today. She won't be known for anything else but this and Mamma Mia, which I haven't seen, by the way.
So you admit then she'll be remembered.
So you admit then you remember Amanda Seyfried?
Yeah.
She was also in Jennifer's Body. She was in Les Mis. That was a very popular film. Amanda Seyfried actually probably got one of the most substantial careers after this movie. Like pretty much, like
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams had a bit of one.
I mean, Lindsay
Lindsay Lohan's obviously, you know, kind of went. This was really the turning point in her career for the worse, but
Yeah.
this was it before Herber.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, no, I just man, people are really mean about these girls.
Mm-hmm. You're all just a bunch of mean girls.
not everything has to be fucking. Not everything has to be art, you know.
Mhm.
I understand, like,
It's see that the difference between like not everything has to be art. And I agree, but like I you know a lot of good criticism of like things that you don't like is I feel is more vested in a mentality of you can do better,
yeah,
or maybe not you can do better, but this can be done better, as
yeah,
opposed
yeah. No,
to
100%.
like there's very few things that like I can I can point at and say no, this is just this is just a wholly bad thing. There's no way of doing this correctly.
Yeah, I can give you one. Year one.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. Like
I
I
mentioned this so
rewatched.
many times, but I don't think I've ever hated a movie as much as I hate Year One.
Mhm.
I really hate that movie. I really fucking hate that movie.
I just remember the huge amount of advertising around it.
Yeah, that's why I went and watched it. Because I thought, oh, this will be funny because Jack Black's in it and people say he's funny, and Michael Cera's in it and people say he's funny. And I watched it, and it was my kind of real first sit down interaction with either of them.
See,
And
my
I
my
wasn't a fan of it
my
at
big
all.
my big thing is like I've never found Jack Black funny. Like not in my like not in my like opinion like in Ricky Gervais where like how do people find this funny? I can see that like oh yeah no I can understand how people think Jack Black is funny. I just don't get it. I just don't see. I just it doesn't feel he doesn't feel funny to me.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Like, I'm kind of in agreement with you. There's definitely been some roles that he's in where I think he is a welcome. This is the thing. I'm never going to turn down a film because Jack Black's in it.
No.
But also, like, I'm not going to go and watch a film just because he's in it either. Like, he's just kind of there. He says a couple of funny lines to me. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, he's inoffensive, at least to me, and I'm fine with that. But God, good lord, this level. There's some massive levels in this fucking. I really forgot like the scale of some of these. I think
Really. No. I need to
the key
ride the slide.
slide or die. I'm trying to think of other good job on those movies, but really awful job on you guessing Matilda.
Or not
You
guessing
really,
Matilda.
you really let me down on that one.
I don't know why it didn't even come into my head.
Yeah, that's. I
It
was
was.
really trying to help you. I was
It.
really trying to help you.
I mean, I'm just gonna keep saying the review, the powers thing really threw me off. My immediate was like thing in my head was Pokemon, and I just was never able to recover after that. That's all that was in my head.
That's fair. I do understand that mental blockage, but like, I was really trying to water it down for you and just be like, this is one of my favorite films
Yeah.
because it really is. Like, if I'm ever naming my favorite films, this one's usually on that list. Like, in the top two or three.
Can you look up where Ride the Slide is?
Ride the Slide.
Yeah.
What's the level called?
Crystal Islands.
Ride the Slide Egg in Crystal Islands.
And while you do that, I'm just gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Oh. Hmm. Oh, okay. This does not tell me where it is. It's in one of those black portal doors. That's all I can say. I know he's not there. I'm just speaking out loud. Because someone's got to. Hello, how we doing? How are we all doing? How are we all doing? We all good? Good. Uh, Looking at other reviews here, genuinely do not understand why anyone likes this movie. It's painful to watch. How would Matilda do without her powers? How would a normal child fare in a horrible situation? This makes kids feel so powerless and hopeless. This movie teaches that external powers are needed for you to be successful. It's a terrible lesson. Is that the lesson that people are deriving from this movie? Because I don't think they should. It's not. This movie is not saying develop psychic powers. It's telekin. What is it? Psychokinetic? Is that the word? Matilda's powers, are they psychokinetic? Is that the word?
Telekinetic.
Telekinetic. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know where you're supposed to go, but it's a black door like that one.
I know. I knew that. I was wanting to know where the platform was.
I can't find it. Like, I'm looking.
Here it is.
There it is. That's it. I looked through like 2 or 3 videos, and all they showed was like walking into the door, and it's really difficult to pass this because you don't have a map.
Yeah, because it sucks. Just an aside, then, can you look up where the key is?
Oh God. Is it not in this bit?
It might be. I don't know.
Oh my God! Someone recorded this with a video camera.
Those were the days of YouTube.
I once did that. Oh wow, that's in a really obvious location.
Okay, go on.
It's like dead right from the the little gate thing that gives you the big wings.
Okay.
Fuck off, Bentley.
This way.
Dead right there. Up, and I think you might have been going. You might have gone the opposite way. Like you might have been facing it the other way.
What?
Oh, there.
Got it.
Left. You might have come at the gate from the opposite angle, is what I'm saying. Like, I might have been watching it and, like, okay, you go through the gate, you go right, and then you went through it, but you went through it, yeah, the other side. So, that kind of threw me off there. But yeah, there you go. Easy.
Level completed.
Yay, fucking finally. I think of what other movies I like. What is this? I actually expected a lot better for this Roald Dahl's adapted movie. Movie 0, Book 1. Sorry? That is an incredibly good adaptation of that book.
It is, and it's probably the only good adaptation of it, of a Roald Dahl book.
I don't know. Willy Wonka was pretty good.
I mean, it was.
Gene Wilder was pretty good. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
perfect, but it was still an enjoyable movie.
Okay, yeah, that and Willy Wonka, I suppose, are the only two.
There was a James and the Giant Peach movie I remember watching when I was younger, and all I really remember about it was feeling like it lasted forever. It went on. I need to watch. I need to look that up actually.
Here's the thing. Okay, you know what? I'll say that might be a good adaptation. I'll admit that might be a good adaptation, but it's not a great Roald Dahl book. So
that's fair. Yeah, James and the Giant Peach. How long was this?
Here's the
oh
thing.
My God, it was only 79 minutes. I thought that was so fucking long.
Yeah, I remember we watched it on a school tour, and I stopped watching it because it felt way too long.
Yeah,
like it was a movie we had on the bus, you know.
Yeah, it is apparently an hour 20.
And it's like stop motion, or like, isn't it?
Yeah, but like not.
Yeah, it's
live action, isn't it? Part in it.
It's yeah,
and then it turns to stop motion.
Yeah, And the stop motion, it's almost like Tim Burton-y feeling.
Yeah.
It's not, obviously it's not, but it feels, it's like cut from the same cloth.
It's a weird one.
Yeah. I seen the Witches movie. Uh, I didn't particularly enjoy that, and I really enjoyed the book for it.
Oh, well, okay, there's a remake of that came out last year.
Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm not too interested in watching it. See, the weird
Yeah, me
thing,
neither.
the thing is, like, Roald Dahl books are like so, at points, fantastical, um, that making them into a movie really does a disservice.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it is how you imagine everything.
See, that's why Matilda works for me as a movie, because Danny DeVito, more than anything, nails the tone.
Yeah, and not even that. I mean, it's Matilda is actually one of the books that's honestly more grounded.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what? Honestly, I'll say it. I'll say it with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is another example of like it being one of the more grounded Roald Dahl movies. Like, I like how could you make the twits into a movie?
Yeah, like the BFG got a movie. I think they did a full animation of it, and it's actually quite faithful as far as I'm aware. I did
Yeah.
see bits of it, and I was actually kind of endeared by it.
It-
I'm not big on the BFG as a story in general,
I like it.
but
I like the BFG a lot, and I've seen bits of the. I've seen like like bits of the movie, and it's like I can see that they did a faithful adaptation.
yeah,
I suppose they got to the spirit of it. I suppose it definitely feels like how BFG movie would feel like.
yeah,
Or-
100%. That is, they do a very, very good job of translating it.
But I still feel as if a lot of the BFG is like how you picture it in your mind.
Yeah. Do you know what my This is going to be a shocking opinion for you to hear.
Mhm.
Matilda is not my favorite Roald Dahl book. It's 100% one of my favorite films, and it's a huge part of my childhood. But there is a part of my childhood that did not. It might have got a movie adaptation, and I've never seen it. But it is probably the most grounded Roald Dahl children's book, which is Danny the Champion of the World.
Yeah,
That is a fucking fantastic book.
yeah.
I really love it. I used to love just getting into bed at night, having a lamp on, and sitting there and getting lost in that book over and over and over again. I'd read it. I just read it and read it and read it. The world that describes is so tangible to me,
Hmm.
and I really struggle. Like, I really struggle to think of like other books or anything where I've had, just like I know how I know how that movie looks. I know how that movie looks because it's like the one that's in my head.
Yeah.
It,
I'm-
it, it it's so well written. It's so lovely. It's so I don't know. I just like. I think it's my favorite Roald Dahl book, and like Matilda is just one of my favorite films. I enjoy the movie of Matilda more than I enjoyed the book. I think.
Here's the thing. Just as a side, I think my favorite Roald Dahl book is the BFG, but really interesting that you would pick Danny and it's Danny and the Champion of the World, right?
Danny, the champion of the world.
Danny the
Danny is
champion.
the champion.
Yeah. Really interesting to pick that because it's one of my favorites. It is up there with for me, but I always felt it's interesting that just coming from an urban background that you would choose you felt that way.
It represented a lot of escapism for me, and I could picture the scenes in it very clearly because they live in like a fucking little camper van and stuff, and I used to go on caravan holidays.
Yeah. No. I think that more. I don't mean that in like in a negative way. I think that speaks to how good of an author Roald Dahl is. That like
Yeah,
he can,
no, I agree.
he can make you feel that for an environment that, as far as I'm aware, you've never really been in. You know.
Yeah, no, I could. That's what I mean. Like that was the world that I pictured. I pictured these long fucking country roads with nothing but grass, like forest around them. Them living in this like little fucking rundown camper van or whatever, and like paraffin lamps. I had to ask my nana what a paraffin lamp was. That's how young I was when I read it. And like every like in this little disused petrol station, I didn't know what a pheasant was.
Yes,
They
stuff
just-
like
they ha-
that.
the-
Exactly, stuff like that.
like-
Like that's what I'm like. I mean-
That's what I mean. Like that's why it's so dear to me. Not because I could relate to it per se, but because it built a world that I could see myself in so clearly. And that is sometimes lost when the world's already built for you
Yeah.
in a movie. And that is why I think, while yeah, the BFG might be a very good adaptation of the book, there is it will always be playing second fiddle
Yeah.
to the feeling of imagining that world yourself.
One of my favorite Christmas presents that I've ever gotten, was a Roald Dahl compilation book. But it wasn't like, it was like some like excerpts out of stories and stuff like that, but it was primarily like illustrations and like, you know, other stuff. It was a decently sized book.
I think was it called The Wonderful World of Roald Dahl or something?
Let me look it up. One moment. I think so.
I think I remember the one that you're talking about because I think we got a bunch of copies of them in school for free for World Book Day.
No, it was. This was hardback and it was big.
Yeah, this was it was massive.
Yeah. Like this. It wasn't like it was a big book.
It's a bit of a compendium, and it just
Yeah.
gave you lots and lots of like little facts about Roald Dahl and his works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that.
And it had recipes. It had loads of recipes.
Yeah. And I still have that now. I got this. I want to say Christmas 2003. But specifically the reason why not only would I read it and reread it and all that stuff, but it was something that my mum for Christmas she wrote on the inside of the
In the
cover.
front of it, yeah.
You know, just like a little thing, you know, being like Happy Christmas, and you know,
Yeah.
she just wrote like this nice thing, like, you know, I don't forget what it says. I've not looked at it in ages, but like,
It's your Christmassy message, you kind of thing.
yeah, but like it was just in general as well, like just like my mum was writing nice things about me,
Oh, that's nice.
and because of that, like I always, you know, even as a child, you know, like it was just like, oh, I'm going to make sure this is like incredibly safe,
That's sweet.
and you know, I kept it. You know, it was a book I read and reread, but I never took it out of the house for that reason. I didn't want to risk it getting rained on or whatever. Anyway,
See,
not that
See,
it's,
books like that, I would actively take to school just to like, because I always wanted it with me and it made me happy to look at it. And it's like, if I saw a message like that in a book at that age, I would have wrote like thank you next to it. I like put a big smiley face or something. That was my attitude towards it. Mine was never about preservation. Mine was just always whatever I can do to prolong this feeling, you know?
I mean that's I suppose that's just a difference for me.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. My way of prolonging that feeling is to preserve it, is to make sure it is kept as close as it actually was. But at one point, sadly, I say sadly, it's still perfectly fine. all it needed was a wipe. But I got a big, we got a 2 liter bottle of vanilla Coke at one point, and it fizzed up, and I opened it, and it was on like
The cover.
yeah, it was just on the cover, so there might be a little drop of it still like there or whatever. But yeah, it was just shit like that.
I honestly feel like a little bit of weathering on books like that is just necessary.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I still try to avoid it as much as possible.
Oh yeah, yeah, same.
I mean, I do it.
But I just like it when something can show its age and show a story, you know?
Yeah, like here's the thing: if I like a book, or anything like that, I will always, 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 do my best to get 2 copies of it.
So one you can like
Yeah, one I
dog
can.
ear.
Yeah, one I can like. I can carry around and like completely destroy if if needs be, and the other I can the other I can keep for it. I do it mostly with comics.
Yeah, that I get.
Uh,
That I get.
it-
Because those are especially more fragile.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which ends up me owning, for example, of Watchmen. I own I own 4 copies. I own nearly 4 copies of Watchmen. I own my original trade paperback. Then I bought a second trade paperback, which was just a nicer version of the one I had, which I'd read. My original one is the one that I've this is the one I'm just going to keep reading.
Yeah.
Then I got my second trade paperback, which was like, okay, this is going to be my nice copy. Then I found a hardback, and I was like, oh, it's a hardback. That'll be my nice copy for keeping. And then of course I've got most issues of Watchmen.
Yeah.
Just for the individual.
I will be right back. I need to use the bathroom.
Go ahead.
BRB.
I typically see with books, like I typically won't do that, because unless they're like really really important to me in some way, and it would typically be then I just get like my reading copy will be just a regular version of the book, and my nice copy I'll like splurge for a hardback. The only books I've never done this for, oddly enough, and it doesn't feel right doing it, are my horrible history books. Where I still have most of the copies that I got when I was a child, and these copies are absolutely destroyed because I would read them. I would always have one by the breakfast table and read a couple of pages and reread a couple of pages before I'd go to school. I'd take them into the bathroom with me or whatever. I'd go on holiday or on a car ride, I'd take them with me. I even like whatever after school I'd just continue reading them. These are books that just I was always with a minimum of 1, and honestly typically 2, just in case I wanted to just read around. But yeah, like there's only one horrible history book that I am interested in getting a second copy of it, and it's only because I don't have my original copy of it. The very first one I owned was that I got for free from a like book fair, World Book Day thing. Was it was a 2-in-1 book of the Saxons and Normans, and I was it was initially a hardback as well, But I'd read it and reread it and took it everywhere to a point, and probably partly because it was a hardback, the cover ripped off, and then later on, like it just, you know, um, pages and pages just kept falling out of it because the glue was wearing down because the book had no back at this point. Um, and I left with my grandparents one time, and I I've been through their storage a couple of times and I've never found it, so I assume they seen how tattered of a condition it was in and they just threw it out. Fuck. But yeah, that's a book that I want to get again at some point, and I just haven't pulled the trigger on it. Um, Again, I don't know why. Don't know why. I'd like to get a new copy, and they're hard to fucking hell. I'd like to get a new copy, and they're hard to come by. I I think that's usually um my view of it. But yeah, I'm an awful person in general for just owning multiple copies of things. Um, I I am the proud owner of. I bring this up constantly, but I'm the proud owner of 4 copies. Well, now 3 because I gave one away. But at one point I was a proud owner of 4 copies of Time Splitters 2. Specifically because fuck off. Um, Specifically because I lost my first copy, which had a Horrible History sticker on it, if I may add. Um, um, I lost my first copy, and I was like, years later, I was like, I seen it on like in GameStop in like a bargain bin, a pre-owned bargain bin. I was like, oh, cool, I'm gonna pick this up, and it was like €2, and then a little while later, like a couple of weeks later, I um I seen it again. Somebody traded another copy in, and I was like, oh, well, what if I lose what if I lose my new copy of Time Splitters 2? I should get another one just in case. And then I don't know why I justified doing the exact same thing a third time. And then, spoiler, I found my first copy of Time Splitters 2. So I just had 4 fucking copies sitting around at one point.
Nice shooting, comrade.
It was odd. I don't know. I'm absolutely awful for it. Um, Comics, like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I've got no way to justify why I bought all those copy Time Splitters too. Like, I'll do it with other things. Like with some comics, I'm able to justify it because it's like, oh, these are slightly different. They've got variant covers, or they're different editions, or whatever. You know, you're able to justify it in other cases, but again, in situations like, I don't know. I just like owning things. I like collecting things. It's calming, it's nice. I like going through them. I own fuck. My biggest regret was always um when I was in when I was moving to Canada, I sold like 99% of my video game collection. Um at least the stuff I could sell. Um and it's like, oh, I lost so much shit. Um and it's like, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I mean, the money went for me to like move to Canada, so it's like, I was justified in selling it, but like now it's just like I just want to buy like a bunch of this shit back. And I will at one point. When I have money. Fuck, how many levels do we have? We've got Dino Mines, the Speedway, and the Sparks level, which we can't do till we beat the Sorceress. You know, I just realized I set the fucking title of the stream to be Anti-Imperialist Dragon. For whatever reason, thinking that the Sorceress was called the Empress. I don't know. I don't know. But that's my reason. She wears a crown. I think she wears a crown. So we got, what, 3 levels left to do? Yep, 3 levels left to do. Fuck, will we do... We'll do Dino Mine. No, I like Dino Mine. No, we're gonna... Fuck. We're gonna do the Speedway. Gonna do the Speedway, because Speedway is... If I recall, like, the second worst Speedway, I remember having trouble with it. So I might as well get it out of the way. In this one, you've got to race a bunch of seagulls, I think. And if I recall, it's not necessarily that they rubber band, because, well, they do. Oh, they're boobies. We'll do the race first. If I recall, there's certain parts of the race track that are just kind of annoying. Yeah, there's one bit where it goes, I think, or maybe it's at the hunter level. Yeah, it gets a little bit too close to the water for my liking. Yeah, and it wants you to do that. And yeah, it's annoying.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. My apologies for it being a while. I needed some air. It's quite hot in the house as well.
And it's okay. Finish that level and we're moved on to... I decided to do the Speedway next.
It's fair. This one's a tough one, but it's not that bad.
Yeah.
This is it's a bit fairer.
Yeah, it's... My issues, I feel, where, as I said, they're kind of... It's not necessarily that the level is... or like that the race is unfair. It's that sometimes it gets a bit too close to the water for comfort, especially like this area.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're expected to go. Yeah, you really need to hit like all of those.
And it's hard to keep control of Spyro when he's going that fast.
Yeah.
Especially that close to the water.
Yeah, and it wants you to like dip down and up again. Oh, okay.
Rip.
Yeah, I just
Honk.
honk. We're racing against boobies.
Boobies? Wow, all these large, heavy breasts.
Also, including the Speedway, we only have 3 levels left to do.
Does that include the last level?
No, I meant like before we do the last boss.
Yeah.
And then we've got the final world and the Sparks level.
Oh yeah. Love a Sparks.
Mm-hmm.
Not to be confused with Bubba Sparks.
Don't think anybody was doing that.
I was.
I wasn't, because I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
Bubba Sparks. He did Back to Bubble.
I guess.
I'll recite you some lyrics and you will know it. You will. And I know why you will know it. Yo, get your ID, passport, skate stepping, all around the world busy with the
Right.
bass hitting. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know that song. I know
But you do know that
the
song.
sample.
You know the sample. Yeah. What's a bubble, baby? Great, great Truxton track.
Hmm.
And I love that one so hard because it samples Ice Cap Zone.
Yeah.
It's a really, really, really good sample. Sonic 3's music really was meant to be like I don't feel like it ever really truly unlocked its potential until that album. You know? Like it really hit some new peaks for me.
Hmm.
Bout to bubble, bout to bubble. Gonna have to
See,
hit some of them stars.
every time I hear Bubble, and I do apologize for this anecdote, I think of an old.
Yeah, you
I
need
think-
them stars, man.
I think of an old like Red Spray video. Back when like this is like from literally like
Honk.
13 years ago, when like they were like making fun of like bad Let's Plays, where somebody had done a Sonic 3D Blast Let's Play, except what
Never
they-
liked that game. Never liked that game.
Oh yeah, it's not a good game. Well, it somehow they made it worse. Because they wrote their own like fan fiction into it. They wrote their own fan fiction into it, where like they were on the final boss, and they were rescuing their friends from Dr. Eggman, which is like pretty fucking odd, but at the end of it, he was like, you know, he finished it up, and he's like, at the end of it, it's like, okay, well, my next Let's Play is going to be something different or whatever, and just like details about how into Vor he is,
Oh, nice.
and it's just like, okay,
Next thing I'm gonna be reviewing is my kink.
yeah.
Oh,
It's just one of those things where it's just like the furry tag. Amber, add the
furry
tag.
tag. Oh, nice. Add a furry tag. You want a furry tag?
Do
Can
it.
you get you a furry tag?
Well, add tags. I don't know.
Get you a little furry tag right there. You want a furry tag?
I mean, I can't see it, so
Do you want one?
just add tags.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
Oh fuck! Oh Jesus!
I'm a. Oh, whoa. Well, I'm trying to figure out how to get to it from mod view, because mod view is pretty self-contained. I'm probably just gonna have to go into a different tab. Wah! Stream manager.
Fuck! Oh Jesus Christ! I thought if I hadn't fucked that up, I would have gotten it that time.
Yeah, okay, I'm on your stream manager now. Edit stream info. Furry. Let's have LGBT. I don't know how to add my own tags, but they were already tags that were available, so I added them. We're now in the furry tag.
Mhm.
We're all living in the furry tag.
I don't even know what that was a reference to.
We're all living in America. So it was a stretch.
Very, very much.
I'm trying to think of other movies that I can search on Letterboxd. Still really go over the Shaun of the Dead. This is great until it was racist.
Mhm.
I love that you caught it immediately from Brits.
I was like, what's a really British movie that you like?
Austin Powers, baby.
Oh, Behave.
Gone Girl. All right, let's have a look at a half star Gone Girl review. That sounds like a good one.
Half a star, she comes back.
Gone Girl, but she's not for long, girl.
Mhm.
Let's have a look. Ratings. I'm doing this on my phone now, so I'm trying to navigate this site in a different way. Recent reviews. Order by lowest first. Not what I was expecting from Fincher. Felt like a woman's movie, not a proper thriller. Completely failed to hold my interest.
I love that's the second one in a row. Well, that's just like, I'm misogynist. That's why I didn't like this movie.
Yeah.
Okay. You know
Half
what?
a star. Half a star. No, sorry.
Wait.
Sorry.
No. This joke won't work if I don't do it now. It's like, I think they could have made it a bit more focused towards a male audience. For example, renamed it to Missing Man.
Okay. Anyway, this is a half star review
Okay.
posted by No Ben Affleck. The review. The review. Would you like to guess why they gave it a half star review? It's 3 words.
It's one of the words Ben.
2. Yeah.
Is one of them Affleck,
Yep.
and is one of them too much, but it's one word.
No. Just has Ben Affleck. Yeah, no. Stars Ben Affleck. Close enough. Yeah, no, they just really don't like Ben Affleck. Really reminded me of that Twitter account.
Can You Pet the Dog? Is Ben Affleck in the
No.
movie?
No, do you remember that Twitter account where they, anytime anyone talked about Gone
Oh
Girl
my-
and Ben Affleck, they would respond?
Yeah. Holy shit! I
I-
forgot about that.
It was very, very, very weird, but they were very concerned about Ben Affleck constantly and the movie choices he was making.
Yeah.
But obsessively so. Unbelievably obsessively so. And this was happening for months. Like, anytime I tweet about Ben Affleck, this person would be in my mentions talking about Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I talked more about Ben Affleck than I ever done. They're probably watching this because I mentioned him.
Yeah. Well, they were involved in your life at one point, which means they're watching this stream.
Yeah, well, you know. It's only funny when I say that, man. Besides, it feels like you're having a dig.
Aren't I?
You're missing one.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh, man. That was a 1.
Retry.
I hate Rosamund Pike. I hate how she speaks and how she sings her words. Oh, is Hunter not around? That seems like a Hunter place. Oh. Hi, Spyro.
Saucer. I'm gonna chase him down. I'll be right back.
Half star. Bye bye, girl.
Oh god, the controls are inverted.
After a long and mostly unconscious hiatus from this app, I've decided to return again with my take on what might be the worst movie ever made. What I watched of this movie further reaffirmed my belief that David Fincher is every closeted incel's wet dream discovered during Fight Club. This movie did not thrill me, but it did chill me as I remembered that David Fincher is still considered by men to be their overlord. Batfleck should not.
Should not.
That's it. Batfleck should not.
Did they really suddenly hit like a character cap?
I don't know.
Oh wow, did done one.
Fuck this movie. This movie should be banned from Earth for its 100% correct assessment of every kind of okay jagoff boyfriend in America and maybe other countries, I don't know. You know, the video game playing, last piece of pizza eating, the okay gift giving, self-depreciating to get out of doing things, piece of shit, kind of do nothing, lazy
Kobe.
jagoff boyfriend. That's basic, Kobe. That's basically the default in this society. I'm one of these dudes. And I've never seen a movie more terrifying. I hope every copy of this manifesto is destroyed forever. I would much prefer to continue being a good guy in peace without my GF getting wise to my whole shtick. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta grab my girl a smoothie, then kind of listen to her talk about work, kinda. Then then make her watch me play Call of Duty for 3 hours, and after that, try to get her to do weird sex stuff. Once I pull that off and monologue in bed for 40 straight minutes, I'll be playing bricks and balls on my phone for 2 hours before I crash. I really hope that's tongue in cheek. I really hope that's them trying to be ironic and funny. Because otherwise, that's horrifying. I'm one of those dudes. Please stop.
Stop.
Yeah, it really has to be. Half a star. Gone guy next, and don't bring him back.
Another review from No Ben Affleck.
I wrote an essay about this movie that was so bad it got me kicked off my master's degree, hence the half star. Great movie, though. What?
How was the essay that bad?
They just must not be good. I mean, they obviously aren't good at essay writing, considering that's their review, and they thought it was a good movie and give it half a star.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my favorite. Half star, watched by Pooh. Fuck off!
No. There's a voice you've got to do.
Fuck off.
No, who else is called Pooh?
Pooh? Oh. Fuck off.
Christopher, fuck off.
Christopher Robin. I don't know what the fuck I can't
What was
his voice. Christopher Robin. I'd like you to
Hey, do my Kermit voice.
Yeah, you do
My
the
Kermit
Kermit.
voice.
fuck off. I would rather watch the days go by. This movie felt like being held underwater. Water hold me underground.
How do I leave?
Half star. I could not watch the whole thing because I was annoyed. At what? The movie, like, in general, in the movie.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. The wording of that really does imply that it's
Man, I totally forgot how amazing David Fincher is, and I especially forgot how fantastic and gripping Gone Girl is, especially with the big twist reveal that is easily one of the best plot twists ever put on screen. Ben Affleck is also fantastic and gives his best performance ever here, and I agree with many people that Rosamund Pike should have won Best Actress. Enough said. Rating/grade 100 A+. Half star.
Oh my god, that's a Newgrounds review. That's a fucking Newgrounds review.
This movie sucks, but I guess incels will love it. What's the fucking... What's the obsession with that movie and incels? I don't see the correlation. I honestly, like, I don't get that.
I think it's their line they're drawing between Fincher and they're just really hung up on Fight Club.
I guess.
That's my only assumption.
This is not... This website is something else.
I love... Like as I said, like, the Newgrounds review of that, like, is, like... it's just so funny seeing, like, somebody just go... someone either go, this is really good. I really enjoyed the movie. I think, you know, it was a perfect example of what cinema can and should be. Half a star. Or...
Yep.
Oh, this was absolutely awful. I couldn't get past the first 5 minutes of it. 5 stars. Like, those kind of reviews are the funniest fucking shit to me. Like, that is
they're brilliant.
That is the pinnacle of comedy.
I'm looking at another movie now. I'm not gonna say what it is,
Okay.
but I want you to guess what it is.
Okay.
Shitty Scooby-Doo.
Is it Scooby-Doo?
I'll give you a hint. It's not Scooby-Doo. It's not Scooby-Doo.
Fuck. Shitty Scooby-Doo. Give me genre.
Action.
Does it have a dog in it?
There is a dog in it. It's not a focal point, but there is a dog.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Shitty Scooby-Doo. Is that a... Here's the thing. Even if it's not like an actual, like...
There is no correlation.
Okay, then I have no fucking clue.
I'm looking for more. Oh, okay, but now we're getting into 1 stars. There's not that many half stars.
So you're saying it's a good movie?
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, is it Scooby-Doo?
It's not Scooby-Doo. It's not Scream. We already did Scream.
Yeah, we did Scream.
I get them saying... I see, if they said it was shitty Scooby-Doo about Scream, I'd get it. Because at the very least, you know,
yeah, it would
there are
make...
character crossovers.
I was just going to say, like, I mean...
Well, actor crossovers, rather.
I mean,
what
Scooby-Doo and Scream both have a whodunit in common.
Matthew Lillard.
Matthew Lillard, he did it.
Yeah. Stu and Scooby-Doo. I mean, he basically is. You know, I always had a thing for you, Scoob.
Let's be honest, Scoob. Your mother was no lassie.
Yeah, that is a line that I always forget about in that movie, but you always remember, and every time it brings me so much happiness. And let's face it, she said, your mother was no Sharon Stone. It's so well delivered. It's so good.
It sticks with me because of the delivery of it.
Matthew Lillard is perfect in that movie. He's so funny. He's so fucking funny. God.
Pick it up.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, like, I understand, I do 100% understand the parallels there. By the way, the film is Hot Fuzz. So shitty Scooby-Doo is Hot Fuzz. And I had to tell you that because I'm about to tell you a review that will spoil it.
Oh, look, this is the thing. This is the thing that tells you the dragons lay eggs every 12 years, which means Spyro is at least 24.
Yeah. Now I can talk about his haunches. It's illegal.
Oh, this bit sucks.
The run through the model village at the end is so good. I especially I love scenes like that in those movies because like they're always like they don't just come out of nowhere. Like that is referenced very early on in the movie when he's told by another officer, like the main character Nicholas Angel is told by another officer like, you want to be a big cop in a small town? Fuck up off the model village. And the movie finishes in the model village.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. But anyway, half star. This is the worst comedy I've ever seen. I will take Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey, and even Rob Schneider at their worst before I will ever watch this movie again. It is just so fucking bad and irritating from start to the goddamn finish. There is not a worse way I could think to waste 2 hours than when I watched this movie. Seriously, this thing is so boring and never gets going. I like Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, but come on, this is just painful to watch. I can't believe it has that high of a Rotten Tomatoes score. They must have been paying off critics when they left the theatre. I think Edgar Wright is a quality director who can make a fun film, a little overrated, but still a good, not great director. This, though, is something that will hold him down for his whole career. Honestly, this is probably in the running for my least favourite movie of all time, and I truly feel bad for anyone who is forced to watch this steaming piece of shit. Why? Why though?
Yeah, that's a fucking.
They don't give a reason. They just said it's bad and it's hard to finish, and it annoyed them.
Yeah, like that. Those are those things. Like that's what I mean. Like fucking media literacy is like cool. You think it's bad? Why? Oh, speaking of, I mentioned this earlier when you were gone, but owning multiple copies of things. My mother, for whatever reason, owns 3 copies of Chips from like 2016 or whatever. I don't know, the like remake of Chips that they did.
I don't know what
why.
Chips is.
It was like, it was initially like a, I want to say it was like an American, it was a cop show from like the 1980s.
It's an American crime drama television series that originally had on NBC in the 70s to 80s. Follows the lives of 2 motorcycle officers of the California Highway Patrol. The series ran for 139 episodes over 6 seasons, plus 1 reunion television film in 1998.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mum owns 3 copies of that on DVD. Excuse me.
I searched Chips, and then it also gave me news, and the top story there from 11 hours ago from the Mirror. Dad, in inverted commas, needs therapy after paying £54 for 4 fish and chips at London restaurant.
Okay.
Dad, who needed therapy over £54 fish and chips, returns home for Yorkshire tea and long lie down.
That feels like something out of Sunday Sport.
I own a copy of Clerk. Stop pointing that out.
I think my mum owns a copy of Click, but I think it's a definitely legal copy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely legal.
TJ.
Yeah, we had MJ and TJ.
Click is a weird movie because I don't think it's a bad movie. It's just a weird movie.
Yeah, I watched it once, and it's not like I didn't hate it. It's definitely, honestly, it's still one of Adam Sandler's better showings.
Click is not a bad movie.
Oh.
It's just a very It's just a weird.
Here's the thing.
It's
I'm-
weird.
I'm
It's not. It's not. It's not a comedy. Oh, that's the thing. It starts as a comedy. I'm a giant lizard.
I know, oh,
Aw.
fuck no! Oh, God damn it. I hope I don't.
Oh, you amazed about that?
Give me no.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's a cohesive film, but halfway through it goes from being a comedy to It's a Wonderful Life, and it's very jarring. The makeup effects are pretty good. That film won an Oscar.
Yeah, the Oscar award winning Click.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thing about Click is that like it's not a bad Adam Sandler movie, and that is not a compliment. To be fair, if somebody put Click on in front of me, I'd probably sit down and watch it. But nearly every other Adam Sandler movie, I'm just like, no.
Yeah, it's a weird Trojan horse of a movie. That's how it honestly feels, because it starts out being, this, just borderline.
Like, really,
yeah, it's an Adam Sandler comedy,
yeah,
and
like
then
a real-
halfway through, it just kind of turns into like, oh, did you know that like maybe fast forwarding through your life would actually have really negative repercussions, and what you should like. It's like halfway through writing, the writer discovered like religion.
yeah.
But doesn't get specifically religious, just gets very, very sentimental.
Mhm.
It's weird. It's really weird.
And then
It ends with zombie by the... Does it really?
my thing is always, I hate when Americans especially throw zombie by zombie into anything, because it's a very specific song about a very specific thing, and like if you're putting it in like they just put it in because it's a nice sounding song. It's about the fucking Troubles. It's about the Troubles.
Yep.
It's specifically about the Troubles. Like that's what fucking...
Do you know like the one American who is actually aware of the meaning of that song? Was
Joe
Taylor
Biden.
Swift. No, Taylor Swift.
Oh.
Because she knew there were troubles when she walked in. Sorry. Shame on me.
It's like I didn't feel like Miley Cyrus covered it, and I was like, I do not feel comfortable. I do not feel comfortable doing this. And I know I know she got got in contact with the people, the band itself, and they were like, they okayed it, but like I still don't feel comfortable.
I get that. Like, that's the thing. Like, obviously, the actual meaning and intent of the song is a lot different to how Americans interpret it. Like, it is just a song that kind of entered the American lexicon. Like, for better or for worse, probably for worse.
Mm-hmm.
But there are a certain. I think there's a certain generation, especially those sort of like late 20-year-olds now who were born in America, who just kind of have associations with that song from their childhood without kind of,
From Click.
having typical... from Click. But without having typical associations with it, with the actual source. So I understand your frustration of it, but I also, at this point, I also get why it's having a bit of a resurgence at the moment.
Mm-hmm. It's just... I think especially at this point in time, when there are increased tensions in Northern Ireland, it's a bit... It's just insensitive.
Yeah.
Like, again, I don't fully expect Americans to get the context of it, because the Troubles aren't something that we're taught about in school, let alone, I don't expect Americans to know. But still, it just feels like...
Malcolm. Oh, look, he's in the middle.
of the map.
Love Malcolm in the middle. So no one told you life was gonna be this way.
Ooh,
Yeah. That joke had a lot of layers.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, the American persecution of COVID. That's why I'm anti-vax. Do you know? I realized the other day I was like, "What? How is it exactly?" I know. Obviously, a lot of the production companies for vaccines are based in America, so that's how they've got, they're getting priority for a lot of this stuff. But really, how is it that they managed to like vaccinate like so, all the different age groups and everything already? And then I looked at the vaccine uptake percentages, and I was like, "Oh, that's probably why they just have a lot of them lying around now."
Yeah.
Because there's so many Americans who aren't getting it. It's like 55%, I think.
Yeah, it varies. It varies per area basically.
American COVID vaccine take up.
Did it go here? Yeah, it did.
Percentage.
I see you, man. I am a... Sorry, Dragon. I see you, man. I am a vessel without him.
52%. No, sorry, 51% of US citizens have had at least one dose.
I've waited 7...
And in the UK, that's we're up to. Where are we up to? 59%. So we're about 10% higher, but they just have a lot more of them lying around because people aren't taking them up. I think even now like our uptake rate is like in the 90s.
Yeah,
It's very high.
Yeah, yours is very high.
Can't wait to get mine. Oh, speaking of which, I should probably check my see if
Yeah.
the things come down at all.
Well, apparently it hasn't officially, but you can get bookings. So they're allowing some people under 30, depending on area and stuff like that.
Yeah, one of my friends is 25 and managed to get one. The limit is still 30 and over. But yeah, no, the areas that I'm in, I don't think they're particularly, in the high priority. It's it's basically anywhere that begins with a B at the moment.
There's a B.
There's a B.
I
Like Bolton had them pretty high.
do I need to fucking
Berry.
restart the level? So you need to destroy these things.
Britain.
Britain.
Yeah, you need to destroy those things.
Yeah, I need to go in and out of the level.
Why do you need to reset?
Because I need things that are dropped by enemies to...
I see. I see. I see. Why is there a dragon coming out of your portal, Seymour?
May I see it?
Nope.
Yeah, heirs are still we're still vaccinating the people who are 40 and above. Maybe 45 and above.
Me walking into my GP. Hi, I'm Ember, and I'm 40. I'm not 25 like that fucking bitch Ezra said.
We're still vaccinating people who are 40, and it's just like, I just wanted to hurry up. Apparently, we're at 51% or something like that who have had their first dose, and it's like, I don't know if it's true. It's like it's not that I doubt our numbers. It's just like I feel as if, oh my god, there's so many people who are in their 40s who are getting their vaccine right now. It feels because we've been vaccinating the 40-year-olds for like 2 weeks now, maybe 3.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm just
I
waiting.
think we're
for it
on
to
our
further.
second week of 30-year-olds. That's a 10.
Like I get typically as you move down the
The list of people gets longer.
yeah, but it's just like Jesus Christ, is it that long?
Yeah. No, I get that. Ball.
No.
Balls, 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 balls.
Okay, just one more.
I love those pups. Not to start any pub discourse or anything, but you know.
There it is.
Nice.
Leave level.
Get the fuck out.
Okay, last level. Well, last mainline level.
Oh, feeling it. You're getting close to the end.
Mm-hmm. Unless I miscounted.
Also, I'm still reeling over them saying that they'd take Adam Sandler, Will Ferrell, Jim Carrey, or Rob Schneider at their worst. Really? Really?
Yeah, like especially is like here's the thing, like I'm not a huge fan of like any of them, but
But
like,
who in the world pulls out Rob Schneider
Yeah.
and says like, "Oh, this is a notable comedian"?
has Rob Schneider had a good movie on his own?
They never said he had a good one. They just said they had their worst. They would take them at their
Yeah.
worst.
Yeah, but like that's what I mean. It's like I can't think of him at his best. So like, what?
Well, you
yes.
don't deserve him.
Yeah,
I know nothing about Rob Schneider really.
I
He's
know.
not someone who's had much of a cultural crossover here.
Yeah, I know. I
Will
know.
Ferrell did. 100% Will Ferrell
Yeah.
did. I know people who are obsessed with Will Ferrell and Adam
Yeah.
Sandler, but Rob Schneider,
No. Here's the thing. Rob Schneider, like seriously, and I mean this. What are his funny movies on his own? I just realized he's got. I just realized. I just remembered the one movie. Bruce Bigelow, the Gigolo, which I've not seen. But that's
Okay.
the only Rob Schneider movie that he leads that I can think of. I can't.
this was the level I was thinking of.
Deuce Bigelow. Okay, I was close.
Do you remember? Do you remember when I was telling you about the barn one where you have to kind of like loop around to get to the other side? This is the one I was thinking of.
Yeah, I like this
And
level.
it's
That's why I left for last.
Yeah. No, this was the one. This was the one. I was mentioning this like 2 or 3 streams ago or something where I was like, I remember an episode, a thing of this where like there was barns and it kind of looks like this one, but it's not this one. And as soon as you got in, I was like, it's this one.
Mhm.
I like this one.
Yeah, I like this. That's why I specifically left for last.
Because this is what I had trouble figuring out how to do. Yeah, that egg. Dan.
What other? Can you look up what other Rob Schneider movies there are? Where he's a lead?
I can.
And then
I definitely can.
and then look up their letterbox reviews.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not invested enough. I need some investment in a movie.
I want you to look up the 5-star review of Bruce Juice Bigelow. Okay, no, if I've heard of any other ones that I'm just not thinking of, if there's one that's really outstanding, I want you to look up a 5-star review of it.
Let me give you a list of movies that he was in. Also, some of these are just straight up Adam Sandler movies. That
Yeah,
he
that's
was in.
exactly my point. It's like I know him from other. He's in other movies.
He was in. He was in Big Daddy.
That's an Adam Sandler
He was
movie,
in.
isn't it?
He was in The Waterboy. Again, another. And I'm reading you Adam Sandler movies that he was in.
Yeah.
He was in Little Nicky.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Click.
Yeah, but all these are Adam Sandler movies.
I know. This is what I'm saying though. I would much more associate Rob Schneider with being a secondary fiddle to someone else.
Yeah.
He was in I Now Pronounce You.
Chuck and Larry.
He was in I Pronounce You Chuck and Larry as the Asian minister.
Oh boy.
He was in You Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Oh, that's a bad movie that is almost certainly aged worse, especially in not that it was like in good context beforehand, but like he is in his really Spy, and I'm pretty sure he's part of it is like, him, the bad guys are, I don't want to say Palestinians, but they're definitely Middle Eastern.
He was in Oh my god, he was in Grown Ups. He was in Hubie Halloween. That's a new Adam Sandler movie, apparently.
Yeah.
He was in Sandy Wexler. He is in so many Sandler movies. I can't believe how many fucking. I know it's designed just to make his friends money, but I'm so surprised by like how many of them that he is in.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's a name that kind of is suggested to stand alone, and I'm really not seeing the evidence of this.
Oh, fuck.
Let me
off.
look on.
The
Yeah, okay, so he
Animal?
was in the Male Gigolo movie. He was in The Animal, The Hot Chick,
Oh, God.
The Benchwarmers. Also, he was the Democratic until 2013, and since 2013, he's been a Republican.
What's
He's also
the-
anti-vax,
Oh, my God.
claiming they cause autism.
Oh, my God.
Gonzalez, in an interview with the Washington Times, said that she found the message to be disturbing, but upon calling back, she said, "He was actually much nicer to me, but let's be honest, that is 20 minutes of my life I'll never get back arguing vaccines don't cause autism with Juice Bigelow, male gigolo. Hashtag vaccinate your kids." Juice Bigelow.
I wonder
male
what. I
gigolo.
wonder what specifically in 2013 made him go. No, no, thank you. The Democrats are like not good. Are not good.
It took him that long to realize that Obama was black.
Until then, he thought it was a really elaborate blackface.
Yeah. All right, let's have a look at the recent reviews. Things never really got. This is too stout. Things never really got better for Rob Schneider after this. This was the apex of his ability to make people laugh. Granted, this is before we knew he was a right-wing anti-vaxxer freak, but I digress. That movie, the entire premise of that movie is, wouldn't it be funny if there's such thing as a man whore?
Yeah.
This is one of those rare times I sincerely review a movie and I was shocked by how charming and wholesome it was. I share Juice's love for fish. Snappy writing and delivery, and it's absolutely one of the top Happy Madison films, a fine addition to the Richard Gere collection.
I love the aside. Yeah, I also like fish. I enjoy like one of the most popular meat groups.
Five stars. What a genius work of cinema. Words cannot describe the utter respect and love I have for Rob Schneider's performance as Juice Bigelow. It brings such charm and life to such a complex character. Juice is a character with a lot of love and respect for women. Unless they're disabled, of course. He would never love and respect a woman who is obese or has gigantism. I mean, he's only human. But once
Okay,
Juice
this
finds
is definitely an ironic one.
But once Juice finds a normal girl, he immediately falls in love, as does the woman, Kate. As a recent college graduate, how can you look at a 36-year-old Rob Schneider and not fall in love? One of the great cinematic hunks. Once Juice discovers that Kate isn't actually normal and has a false leg, he's actually naturally very disgusted and turned off. But Juice, being the great guy he is, saves his judgmental glances for his disabled clients instead of his disabled girlfriend. This movie has it all. Comedy, action, romance, and fish. An all-time classic. Can't wait for the Criterion release of this one.
Okay, so I guess I mean I'm assuming I've
gotta
not
be
seen
ironic.
this movie. No.
But
I
it's
don't
fish.
know. It's yeah. They bring up fish a lot, which makes me think that again, the movie brings up fish a lot. Which
Yeah.
is it supposed to be a pussy joke?
There was a sequel called
Yeah,
Juice Bigelow, European Gigolo.
I remember that because the cover of it was like him standing in front of the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. And the entire appeaser is supposed to look like his penis.
Yeah. The only reason why I remember that specifically is because it was one of the first movies at eye level in my like local video shop.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, pretty much all of his movies as well are all made by Happy Madison Productions.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Sandler films, they do well, man. They do well.
Yeah, they do weirdly
Bizarre that people come to them, but yeah, no. He's only ableist to his clients. What a great guy. Fucking I never knew this movie existed.
Well. Oh, this is a fucking on-rail shooter.
Oh yeah. Pew 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 pew. Ah, I love these guys.
Mm-hmm.
They're so cute. They come out in the little fucking hats. You think they're playing dress up? I love it.
I think they are.
Like, is there an actual just cowboy economy that exists here?
Does a cowboy economy exist anywhere you want it to?
Especially in Ireland.
Yep.
Well, oh my god, the reaction you have to have on that one is ridiculous. You have one. You have
Yep.
one monkey.
One monkey.
No, you're gonna run out.
No, I'm
You're gonna
not.
lose your...
No, I'm not. My monkey will remain.
You gotta hit the... You can walk through this section after, can't you?
Yes, you can. That's why.
Nice, 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 nice. Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god, I love seeing them spawn in. I love seeing them spawn in. Fuck your rails.
Oh god, they're gonna be on the roof and shit.
Ah! Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, baby.
Okay, that was good.
Wait, how'd you get the level? How did you get your health
I
back?
shot the red guy, I believe. Not the skill point. Yeah, no, now that I've got more than one, it's like a lot. The pressure's off now.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Man, 2 fucking bullets do that.
Yeah, you're basically... It's weird. It gives you a health bar, but it's just sparks. It's just sparks.
Yeah.
Why the Bailey gang was trying.
What in tarnation? Hello, this is Sharon. Hello, Sharon. Let's face it,
not-
you know Sharon Stone.
That's not a rat, GF. Please. That is Sheila the kangaroo. That's Sheila the kangaroo.
Yeah, she is a kangaroo. She's a roo.
Please.
She's anted.
Mm-hmm.
Monkey egg.
Okay.
Monkey.
Monkey. You've shown me monkey.
5-star review on Juice Bigelow, added by Juice Bigelow. That's one big bitch.
I mean, I assume that's a reference to the movie, probably where he like sees an overweight person.
Probably. I wonder what the fish joke is. I don't want to. I don't wonder.
Well, that's Bentley. He's a Yeti.
Schneidman is a prostitute and doesn't call anyone as dear for 90 minutes. Unrealistic script. 4.5 stars.
Schneidman.
Schneidman. Always a winner. Great film if you like Adam Sandler films.
You know what? I'm going to go ahead and say the opposite. I'm saying if you went in hoping to see an Adam Sandler film, you'd be pretty let down.
Yeah. As you should be. Pew, pew, pew. Da, 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 da.
We gotta watch the rest of the Austin Powers movies at some point.
Mm-hmm. I don't particularly want to watch 3. I watched 2, but I'm not really... You enjoy bad movies and I don't.
No,
And it's not
no,
even
no,
that it's
no,
that
no,
bad,
no,
it's
no.
just that it's mediocre, according
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah. But like, it's mediocre because the first two are like legitimately really funny movies. So I expect the same quality going into three, and it just isn't there.
Right, fair enough.
Like,
What other movies do I like that I can think of? Let's go for this one. I was gonna skip putting this one in,
mhm.
but I'm gonna look anyway. Sort by lowest first.
Midnight Monkey. Okay, we're doing the last monkey. We're doing the last boss. We done otherwise. 150 eggs. To get to the end, it's 149 eggs. That's right, isn't it?
It's very, very difficult to pick a review
Yeah.
that is not immediately telling of what the movie is.
Mm-hmm.
They're called tits. Half star.
Give me a genre.
Horror.
Scary movie.
No. The most fuck off feeling I've gotten in a horror movie since The Thing 2011.
No idea. I need another clue.
Oh, hey look, you're at the end.
Yep. She's not a difficult boss, if I recall.
Please go fuck yourself with a spool or barbed wire if you like this movie. Liking these movies is a fucking personality flaw.
Movies. Saw.
No.
Final Destination.
Which one?
Well, I assume it's one.
Which one?
Oh, is it going to be the bad one? 4?
No. It's 5. It's 5. Because that's my favorite one. I just wanted to see what people's critical reviews on this one were. Including... For a franchise which has made it up to its 5th iteration, the series is memorable for having no plot development beyond the first film. In short, every movie is exactly the same, with the same gaping plot hole at its
plot
core.
development past the first movie. The second one is a fucking sequel.
Yeah.
Like, and I know they're all sequels, but the second one is a direct fucking sequel that includes some of the fucking main characters of the first movie.
Yep. You can make that argument for 3 and 4 100%. It doesn't really hold water with 5 for, spoilerish reasons. But there is plot development. It does happen.
Yeah.
2 is explicitly expanding on the plot from the first one, and they do a lot of... fuck, what's the word? Exposition. There is a lot of exposition to bring you up to speed.
Mm-hmm.
In short, every movie is exactly the same, with the same gaping plot hole to its core. To wit, why is Death's great plan continuously short-circuited by random Cassandra-like protagonists? Moreover, why does the Grim Reaper have to make his work look like a convoluted accident? As he had such a command over the physical world, couldn't he just suck up or down the errant characters into his grisly realm? Is there some sort of netherworld detective agency he's fearful of? At this point, it might be worth confessing I have waded through the previous 4 movies. Such a feat of endurance should have involved raising money for charity. I thought I'd seen them off with the final destination, number 4, to the Blessed Ignorant. But I should have realised you can't keep a crap movie franchise down. After all, as a teenager back in the 80s, I remember scratching my head at the prospect of Friday the 13th Part 5 A New Beginning, when I'd already seen Jason wholly dispatched in Friday the 13th Part 4 The Final Friday. The scriptwriters of that film, armed with crayons and felt tips, decided that they get around the fact that JV was bleeding demised by having the killer revealed as a parent traumatized over Jason's murder spree. The spoiler here is more of an act of civil kindness. In FD5, they had a simpler solution. Ensure the new movie takes place before the first one. Isn't that kind of cheating? Now, the 5th installment is sold out of the pound shop. Here's hoping that death can ultimately catch up with this vapid franchise and its final destination to remain the movie slot pile.
Sorry, what
I'm
was
sorry.
what was the odd like segue into talking about fucking Final Destination? Sorry, for talking about Friday
Friday
the
the
13th.
13th.
For a
Yeah, for
while?
half a paragraph, he talks about that movie.
Like,
I'm sorry. I can't get over the fact that this dude has watched all of these movies
mhm.
and hates them, increasingly so, with each movie, but still watches them.
Yeah.
What is it in you that makes you do that? If you hate something,
Mm-hmm.
because it's clearly, if you're writing reviews on it, it's not that you love to hate it.
Mm-hmm.
So you just hate it, and you want people to know that you hate it.
Mhm.
Get over yourself.
Like, I mean, here's the thing. I watched all of the Paranormal Activity movies, but like, they're all okay. The first one's actually a decent movie, and they get really fucking off the rails as like how it goes on. But like, they build a mythos around it that's like really stupid, and I enjoy it because it's really stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I watch it. These are movies I dislike. I fundamentally dislike, but
Which one's there?
the Paranormal Activity movies.
Yeah.
But like, I fundamentally dislike them. But when I watch them, I'm enjoying it because they're so they're silly. Like, they're definitely it's not tongue in cheek silly. They're not self-aware silly. But I find it really funny. I get enjoyment out of
Yeah.
it.
This is the thing with a lot of horror. There really is a lot of suspension of disbelief that you have to employ to really get into it. I'm not necessarily saying it's a hallmark of good horror or anything. I'm not saying the Final Destination franchise is good, but it's fucking memorable and it stuck with a lot of people for a reason. Regardless of the quality of the movies or not, like, the idea was simple and effective enough that it still has people talking about it a decade after the last movie came out.
Yeah.
Like, and they're less horrors than psychological thrillers, let's be real.
Mhm.
Don't tease that moose.
Is that true, Billy?
Is that true, Billy? Get the forces in you.
Hold that thought, Billy. Spyro, great to see ya.
Hi, Sheila.
Look, it's a rat.
I've been looking for Hunter all day. Have you seen him?
Oh, he's
Sorry,
fucking.
Spyro. Hunter made me promise not to tell you where they went.
Oh, he's fucking.
You didn't hear anything from me.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hunter, you have to wait till marriage.
I was very happy to see these two get together.
It's a sad sight, Sparks. Another noble woman falls victim to the plague of love.
Spyro.
Well, I guess we'll have to find
Oh, he's like, what, 22? It's so disappointing.
24.
24. I was disillusioned by love at the age of 24.
Excuse me?
I mean... Wonk. Oh my god, you did it.
No, we still got more stuff to do.
I know, but you did it.
I did it.
You did it. I'm gonna be honest, I did not watch any of that last fight. There's too many reading reviews. So I just
It's a
completely glossed over it.
it's a really letdown of a final boss fight. Like,
It's so by the numbers.
and it's really fucking easy. Like, even I remember struggling a bunch with Ripto. I remember struggling as a kid, struggling a bunch against Nasty Nork. Even as a kid, it was like you immediately beat the sorceress. That's it.
Yeah.
There's not even a fucking like Ripto was fucking like 3 phases in his boss fight. Sorceress is 1. That's it.
Yeah. It's,
Anyway,
it's weird.
Here's the most fun part of the game.
Spyro, I won't be
Yep.
needing any more of your money. Now, don't look so surprised. I found one of the dragon.
Always loved his animations. I've said it before, but
For a fortune back in Evolar. Uh-oh. Why are you looking at me like that? I've got to be going now.
why are you looking like that? Don't look at me like that. Hell yeah.
Best part of the game.
Yep. Give me it out. Give me your sack. Empty your sack, please.
Money bags was emptying a sack all over me.
Has this dude ever heard of a bank?
Oh, he doesn't trust banks. He definitely doesn't trust for banks.
No, he just trusts holding it in a fucking sack next to him.
Yeah. This is the best decision they could have made. Like, honestly.
Yeah, seriously. Especially to end the trilogy with as well.
Yeah.
Like, this is really something you wanted to do for 3 games straight.
Yeah. Well, 2. He was interested too.
Oh. Alright, 2 games straight then. Fuck you. Money bags gets his money bitches. Half a star. Oh, it's delicious. Also, there's a long fucking ass review here, but like, of Final Destination 5. But one of the things they said is, I think this is the longest goddamn credit sequence I've ever seen in my life. This is like a throwback to early Hollywood when the convention was to front load the film with all the credits so the movie was truly over when the last shot fades to black. Okay, we get it, bro. The movie's in 3D. We don't need a greatest hits montage featuring the various causes and implements of death from across the franchise popping out the screen for 47 minutes. Fucking no one tell this guy about James Bond.
Yeah.
Drat.
I never knew dragons were so fast. That's it. I give up. I'm retiring to Spooky Swamp to become a haiku poet.
Thanks, bitch. Al.
You can call it Al. I love that he goes into Crystal Islands for some reason.
Yep.
They just had to get him off screen, which is fair.
Also, one of the other things that this person has posted is, sweet, this movie's got Rugrat from The Wolf of Wall Street. Man, Rugrat is a real piece of shit in this movie. Rugrat was a piece of shit in The Wolf of Wall Street. You were just supposed to sympathize with him in that one. I've made the
Tommy
realization that no, it's called Rugrat because he has a toupee.
Thomas Pickles?
Yes. Thomas Tickles? What would happen if you turn the other way around him?
He will just...
Shoot. You can get him, shoot!
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. That's what happens if you shoot him.
What this dude, by the way, all of these random thoughts that this dude has left on this movie, most of them are kind of like positive thoughts, genuinely. Like, sweet, this movie's got this person. Oh, Courtney B. Vance is way too good for this movie. Oh, Tony Todd's character is the only coroner in this entire state of New York. Which
I mean,
the implication is not that he's the only coroner, because there are other coroners there.
the implication that he's
he's-
somehow involved, either he is a representation of death or
Like the beauty of the fact that those movies don't over-explain that feature of them is a really good note. Like, you are left to interpret what you believe to be, you know, why is that the case of that movie? Why is Tony Todd just fucking there at like at all of these like big scenes? Why does he just keep turning up to them?
I mean,
Like-
some people just don't think.
No.
Shit.
If you want to be spoon-fed, go watch Rugrats. Oh yeah, no, they're called tits.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Which is that is a quote from like the start of the movie when the two you've got the gymnast girl and you've got the girl who gets the LASIK surgery, and they're both stood outside of the workplace, and she's like, you know, they're just being bitches at each other, and she's like,
yeah.
oh, if you wanna you work off some of that baby fat on your back. We have these. You should try the gym. We have these workout machines that can work on that for you. And she's just like, sweetie, it's not fat. And then she takes off her top and she's like, they're called tits. Which is the most fucking scathing thing you could possibly say to someone. I love it. There's no need for them to be that horrible to each other.
Well, they're in a Final Destination movie, so there is.
Yeah. Anyway, someone posted a thing saying this is the only way you should enjoy this movie, and they posted a video linked to the Final Destination bridge scene with Ed, Ed, and Eddie sound effects.
You know what?
Kind of need to watch.
Yep. Oh my god!
Nice.
We've got all the gems in the game.
Got all the gems in the game. Got all the gems in the game. You did it.
Well, no, we don't actually.
You did it.
No, we don't.
Well, you got all the gems in the main game.
Yep.
I kind of like this boss.
Yeah, because it's like a better version of Dragon Ones from.
Yeah. Works better in a 2D environment.
Yep.
I really like.
God fucking damn it.
I really like multi-segmented bosses like that you can start like you reverse snake them.
Oh fuck! I lost my fucking things.
Reminds me of the Amoconda from Enter the Gungeon. I haven't played that game in so long. I really should replay it.
Yeah, it's a game I've not returned to. I don't know. I haven't been in the mood for like a game like that.
Yeah. Oh my god! I forgot that you got it.
Well, it's on Game Pass.
Yeah. I do really want to watch you play that.
I hate video games.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not good at. I'm not. I know the thing is this isn't that difficult, but I'm not fucking good at these kind of games.
Mm-hmm. Pew 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 pew.
Especially shit like that where like they just don't give you any fucking iframes, so you just bleed health.
Yeah, you really can't get close to them, which is kind of annoying. Because that's kind of that's the most optimal thing.
Yeah, and especially when they get fucking tiny and you can't fucking hit them. Oh my fucking god, I hate this.
It's the last one, man.
I know.
Almost there.
That makes it worse.
He does his little leggy wiggles.
Worst quality, his wiggles.
No! They don't always split off, right? It depends on how you hit them.
Oh no, I think they do just split off at a certain point.
I do love his wiggles. Ooh. What was making you go faster there?
You can sprint. It's useless because... Fucking hell. Oh, its only purpose is for you to go faster. It's not like Spyro's charge, where he damages stuff. Which is fucking annoying because in the tutorial they tell you it can damage stuff, and if it can, it also damages you.
Oh. I mean, I guess it'd be useful in this one pretty much just because you can get away from him.
Yeah, I just use it in between like boring bits of level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we did it.
Yay. Egg.
Annabelle. From
Annabelle.
the hit movie Annabelle.
Hardly knew her. Fucking hell, she's a little chunk. 149?
We did it.
That doesn't seem right.
I'm sure there definitely will be anything extra in the final area.
What? The adventure continues, but not for much longer.
Nope, we're gonna be done, Spyro.
After so many weeks. I think we both really thought this one would probably last maybe 5 streams less than it has.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I really thought it'd be like sort of a 2 stream per game sitch.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Like the very first game. I think we just both underestimated how long these games can be.
Mm-hmm. Now I can fly over there and get a bunch of lizards.
Eat them. Food. The super bonus
World.
round. Round, round, get around, barrel roll. Spyro is 24.
At least. Could be 36.
It could be 36.
Basically,
Oh god,
we
I
know
want
he's
to
a
rub his
multiple of 12.
tummy. I want to rub his tummy. I wanna.
No, you can't.
Why?
It's illegal.
His fat little stumpy legs.
Hey, you finally made it, Spyro.
You're not dressed for this, Bianca.
Worried about you when you went off to fight the sorceress.
She just lands and immediately collapses.
This place is where the sorceress kept all her treasure. Oh, by the way, Hunter is
Nah,
around
nah,
here
nah, nah.
somewhere.
So we just gotta clear this level, which has 5,000 gems in it.
Let's go.
It's nice. It's nice though. It's just like we'll see in a bit. Like it's each part of it is just segmented in its own way.
Yeah.
And it's actually a really big level for like what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually pretty nice.
I like it. Fuck him.
Mhm.
Oh, numbers.
Yeah, should
That's
like
the dopamine right there.
yeah, yeah. This is why like this part of it is so fucking satisfying.
It's free dopamine.
Yeah. Like it's like, oh god, there's 5,000 gems in this level, and it's like, no, yeah, but it's all like that. It's all like that.
Yeah. There's just big sections where you just get a shitload.
Yeah, and each section is segmented off with how many gems you have.
No.
So we can't go there because we do not have enough gems. But we can go in. No, we can't.
That one.
Close,
no.
but no.
16 you need then? There it is. Yeah, you get this guy and you get that thing, you should have it.
Yeah.
Eh!
Uh.
Uh.
God,
Ah.
I love that peanut butter baby. So fucking
I love
much.
that peanut butter baby. Yeah. It was really nice to have such a start reminder of it with content. I'm glad that Tom kept it alive.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Oh, we're still a bit short.
Well, according to your Twitter survey, you are.
Fuck you.
So Ezra posted a poll on Twitter that I completely missed because I was sleeping. And the poll asked, who do you think is taller? Me or Ember? As in, this is what he posted.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't see it. I didn't get a chance to retweet it. I didn't get a chance to vote. I didn't get the chance to put it to my followers. And I won the vote. I'm taller. Which is true, I'm 6'1".
Fuck you.
I am. What are you gonna do about it? Grow. That's what you can do.
Spyro, I just finished fixing up an old. Want to take myself for?
Want to take my sub for a spin? Want to take my sub for a spin? Come back whenever you want to ride it. Come back whenever you want to ride it.
Great. Hop aboard.
I don't like that. Don't like that.
I like all of that. Stop looking at him as his old self. Look at him as new self. He had a glow up.
Who?
Hunter. You can want to fuck him. It's fine.
I just don't want to hear about his sub.
Well, you're inside his sub now. Deep inside it. You're drowning in it.
Don't like it.
We never actually gave an explanation as to why we didn't stream the last week.
No. Do you want to go?
No?
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you why I was an hour late today. Well, I was. Ezra was. We both were. I made Ezra an hour late.
Yeah.
Because I just forgot what day it was. Which, in full, to give myself full fucking credit, like on two counts, on two things. You rang me at 9. All right, you were ringing me. You were ringing me from 8, but I answered the phone at 9. And the reason I answered the phone at 9 is because my phone was on silent next to my bed, and I usually would hear the vibrations, but I had my fan on because it was roasting.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I woke up at 9 is because I set an alarm at 9. And I didn't set it for any particular reason other than that, like, oh, that's just, that was a good sleep cycle from when I went to sleep. And I just turned around, looked at my phone, and I was like, oh shit. And then you started calling. I was like, oh god. So I entered the phone and I was like, hi, and you're like, hey, you streaming? I was like, oh, shit. Forgot what day it was. Yep, let me let me get something to eat in my and sort myself out, and then I'll be on. I'll be good for 10. So I immediately just ordered a McDonald's. Got that delivered, ate that, and then hopped on.
Mm-hmm.
And like, the other thing I want to give myself credit for is that's the only time in the entire year of streaming that I've actually forgot that we were streaming on a day. There's been times where I've been late, and there's been times where I've like said that I don't want to stream or whatever. But this was genuinely the very first time I've ever, been like, oh shit, that's today. So you know what? Like, I'm allowed one.
Are you?
Oh, me. I'm sat here.
Are you?
No,
You could be
still.
standing. Yeah.
But yeah, no, the reason we didn't stream last week in particular, Monday I was pretty hungover. Not gonna lie. Because I finally managed to go out on the Sunday for Easter, Bank Holiday Sunday, not Easter, and had way too much to drink, went way overboard. But very happy that I did because it was the first time in a long time that I've been able to go that excessive. And I was hungover for 2 days. I could have made the stream. I would not have been in a good state for it, and it would not. And if it was, I knew that it was going to be a long one as well because it was like the last Spyro game, the last Spyro stream. So I didn't particularly want to, be sat here for 3 hours. I knew that when we do the last stream, it needs to be the last stream. I don't want to drag this out any more than it needs to be. So,
That's my job.
yeah, exactly. So, I was just like, no, fuck this. Ooh, speedy.
I really feel as if you're supposed to be able to do tricks on this, and that's what you can get additional boost by that. But
Damn. Maybe it's Mario Kart rules that you can only do when you're going over a ledge. I think it is actually.
no, but even then, I'm trying. I can't do it.
Ooh. And then I don't remember why we didn't stream on Wednesday.
You explained you were hungover.
That was Monday.
Okay, right.
Can't remember why we didn't stream on Wednesday. I think we just had shit to do. Like we were just too busy. I think you had an interview in the morning or something. Or was that on the Friday? No, you had work in the morning, I think.
No, that was Friday.
Was it? Did you not have an interview on the Friday as well?
Nope. I interviewed
Oh,
Saturday.
fuck it. This is what I'm saying. Like, my days are so messed up. That bank holiday really fucked me up because I then immediately followed it with 2 days in bed.
Oh, was your bank holiday last week?
Yeah. That's why I was out on the Sunday.
Our bank holidays today.
Right. Okay. Yeah. No, ours was last week. It was
No,
it's always the last week of May weekend.
Ours is today.
Yeah. No.
By the way, this is a race.
Yeah. Horatio losing. Bitch. So how do you get your little points?
You can kill crabs.
Kill the crabs. Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
That needs to be a stream notification.
What? Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs are
I mean both. I know you can do this thing where like you can people can either pay or spend like points that you can accrue in stream by watching to like play sound effects over the stream.
Yeah, it's an affiliate thing, isn't it?
Might be. I'm not sure. It's definitely not a thing I have access to at the moment. But
Bile would know more about it.
yeah, it's great because the one person I know who does it just has a series of like, fart noises. One, and like they get like the more you pay or like spend, they get progressively louder to the point where like you have the thanks buddy.
Oh my god.
Or you have the Modern Warfare 2 like tactical nuke incoming, and then like a siren blare, and then like a really loud fart with a load of reverb on it.
That is really high, bro.
Mhm.
Very clever comedies. Pew. Well, you miss.
Yeah.
He spaffed all over that wall.
Okay, Boris Johnson.
Excuse me?
That's one of his fucking quotes. is that he said,
Spaff?
yeah, is that he said if for the House of Commons to spend money on an inquiry to sexual abuse, it would be spaffing money up walls.
When's the hot tub stream
Great
coming, by the
Prime
way,
Minister you
guys?
got there.
Fuck off! You had Varadkar for years.
I mean, yeah. You know, Varadkar is basically our version of David Cameron.
Yeah. And David Cameron was arguably more stupid because he actually called Brexit.
Yeah. We've legitimately talked about it, because, like, the plan is that by September, the month of September, I will be moving to Manchester. And that's something we've talked about. Not about hot tub stream, but like,
All streams are hot.
yeah. But how in basically the conversation we had was like how, like, because Ember uses a webcam for her stream and I don't, partly because I don't have a webcam, but the other major part is I don't want a webcam. I don't like the idea of, like, my face being on stream.
Yeah.
So when we stream together, and again, this is fully serious, Ember can do her, like, be on webcam or whatever, but I am not going to be on camera.
Yeah, no, we've decided essentially, like, we've been discussing, like, sort of how we're gonna like have our streaming setups. And what's fucking hilarious to me is that you've decided that you're just not going to stream off your computer anymore. You're going to use mine.
Well, here's the thing. It's not necessarily that I've decided that. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Nice.
It's
What
going
you've
to,
decided though is that I'm going to be your stream producer,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah, I mean, the idea behind it is, like, I will stream on my own computer. As soon as I've got money for a proper setup.
Mm-hmm.
Get a new CPU and all that shit. I have no qualms doing it, but until then, we can finish Metal Gear Solid.
On my computer.
On your computer. Might be able to might be a position to stream a thing that, like, maybe the next game, I don't know, I've got a game in the pipeline. I'll talk at the end of stream. I got a game in the pipeline that I want to stream, and I'm gonna have to do some tests to see if it'll be okay to run.
Would you consider for streams such as when we play Mario Party to be on webcam?
No, don't want that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
So
yeah, no, we've basically just decided that, like, when I'm not gonna stop streaming a webcam, you're just gonna kind of sit to the right of me off camera.
yeah, exactly. You'll see my arm. Maybe some toes for the sub streams. But no, I just don't. Come on. Sorry, definitely,
No toes, no.
Definitely for the sub streams.
No, we're not doing that on here. We're doing that on OnlyFans.
Only toes. I like that I got the noise that I got that. I didn't get it.
No, you didn't. You missed out.
You think I might get another PC if I get a good job?
Mm-hmm. Periscope 12s.
Okay, can you look up, just in case I don't get this, which is a very distinct possibility, can you look up how to build up boost on this? Just super bonus
sure.
world race, like, tips. Yeah, because I've not got this.
Super bonus round, not world. Stop saying that. Let's see what he does. You can do tricks. He's like rotating and shit in the air.
I don't know how.
I think you hold a button and then you can do it.
I know you hold a button, but like, like, it's not working.
Hang on. Super bonus, round, race, tricks. Yeah. Turbo snowboard. I'm pretty sure it's like there's a button that you hold and it just lets you actually like
I know
do
there is.
flips.
What's the button?
Okay, I don't know. Do you think I'd still be walking circling around it if I did know it?
It's Y or X. It wasn't working. It really wasn't working earlier. I was fucking
You
doing
got it now?
button. Yeah.
That's it. That's what I meant. I was watching a video of someone doing that. Yeah, trying to find fucking... Yeah, I mean... yeah, that would Bio, that would honestly be like the most ideal, but it's not on the list of our priorities in terms of moving into a place.
Yeah.
Like that's year 2.
Mhm.
Fucker. And he's still in first.
Not for long at this rate. Okay, that guy's clearly ahead of me.
You're in onst.
Yep.
You got the tiny bit of poopy. Yeah, I already have like ideal layouts in my head for like how I would want our like living space to be set up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already pretty much decided that whatever computer I use is going to be the streamy one, probably, for the most part. Oh my god, so slow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still in first though.
Mm-hmm. Fuck.
You really doing too many spins, man.
Yep. See, I did one there and it didn't work.
You shouldn't really be doing a spin off that one anyway. Oh, you bonked him. Oh, okay.
Well, I'm still in first.
Yeah, that's all that matters. There you go, nice spin off this.
The weird thing is, you get like... Okay, why do I just fling off the side?
How are you not? How are you in first?
Look, I am not... After this amount of fucking attempts, I am not complaining.
Is it just gonna give it to you?
The most. Yeah, okay.
Wow. Okay then. Well, yeah, no fucking complaints from me though.
Nope. No thoughts, head empty.
Me.
I can't move, by the way. I can't move.
I know. You're just pissing all over you.
18 is up here. Nope. Nope.
It doesn't hurt you in this level, does it?
It does. I've got 2 hits on sparks.
Ah. Time to get your UFOs.
Oofos. I don't know why this just doesn't give you the thing forever. Like, it just gives you it for a very long time.
Yeah. I don't know, glitch reasons.
Maybe, but I mean, it would refresh. They can refresh it once you like leave the area.
I guess. Nice.
Double kill.
Tactical nuke coming. That was so wet.
Yeah.
Millie? Since you said it earlier on, I've just had... Let's face it, Sid, your mother was no Sharon Stone. It's stuck in my head. It's stuck in my head.
It's a great line.
Yeah, it's a great line. Great movie.
Oh, okay.
Nice. One more.
I don't know where it is. There it is.
There you go.
And what's in here? Another boss fight.
I don't know how she did it, Spyro, but the sorceress must have survived that last battle. She's been waiting here all this time, saving up her magic to destroy you. Your best chance
Okay,
of
thanks.
beating her is my flying saucer. I've cast some spells to give it
Your best chance to defeat her is my flying saucer. She hands you a frisbee, you throw it, and it decapitates her.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is this is literally all this is.
Yeah. She doesn't even get any lines either, which is
Nope.
just even more weird. She's such like a big fucking antagonistic force until you fight her, and that's it.
Yeah, she's built up the entire game.
Like as the most fucking evil.
Yeah, like she's literally going to genocide a bunch of dragons, like to keep her position as, sorceress.
Yeah. It's so anticlimactic.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I always wondered why they went with Ripto, and like, I guess this is wise because they just,
She's better thought of as an antagonist.
yeah.
Not a better fight, but a better antagonist at least.
There we go. That's it.
Plus her design's fucking it's a bit too goofy for me anyway.
Yeah. You don't like the fat tail?
No.
Have that on record now.
Yin Yang.
Who are twins.
Twins.
That's
So
it.
when you open a yolk and you open an egg and you get two yolk.
I've never had that happen.
Me neither, but I've seen pictures of it. So it must be true. Me waiting for cicadas. Why do you look amazed, Spyro? You've watched 151 of these things pop out.
Yeah.
Mood. I love that they keep that really cartoony face that he pulls at the end.
Yeah. And that's it. That is all of Spyro.
Oh, Bob's Toys. Oh, I love this concept.
We're gonna,
art
yeah,
so
we're gonna
much.
actually watch the credits now.
Love it, love it, love it. It's so good. It's so evocative of the mood
Yeah, it's
that
great.
the original games like gave off. Like here's this, if there's less detail on something, you're left to infer more of it. You're left to fill in the blanks yourself with your brain. And I'm so glad that this is how they decided to fill in the blanks. Love these men. Love those big clubs. Love those big builds. And I love how all different they look, all of them. They're all
Yeah.
like different body shapes and everything. Like some have got little legs, some have got big fucking legs, some have like big shoulders, beefy boys, horns.
They really did go above and beyond for the dragons in this game. Like seriously, they absolutely went above and beyond.
Which every game should.
I'm
Go above and
legitimately
beyond for your dragons.
I'm legitimately looking forward to the next Spyro game if there is going to be one.
Yep.
Because,
Off his pets. It's just a list of their pets.
yeah,
Yoshi.
Quick.
Zev. Twinkle Bat. That's cute.
Yeah, like look.
Soul Chunk. Oh my god, look at the little man. His big guitar.
Mhm.
Oh, look at that big man with his little banjo.
I believe that's a liar.
No, you're a liar. It's a banjo. I love it. I love it. I love it. Spyro really is a lot of things to many, to many people. Like, he's just such an intrinsic part of a lot of people's childhoods, including mine.
Yeah.
I love that bud.
It's just fantastic. It's just absolutely fantastic. Like
He's endearing as fuck.
it's a shame up until the Reignited trilogy, which is a remake, it's like they just didn't know what to do with the character.
Yeah. I'm so glad that the Reignited trilogy happened. 'Cause it really is the way to play these games now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, he's got peas fries. I like how there's a chain chomp on that broken piece of. That was a chain chomp noise.
Spyrocles.
Oh, that big dragon was the bang Zoe. It's always goofy.
The art style.
And I like. Yeah, the art style's really good. Look, he's got big wiggles and big wings. He's got whiskers.
And he's almost like folded over on himself. He's that long.
Yeah, I love it. Like he's not just purple dragon, green dragon, blue dragon. Like they are all different shapes and sizes and varieties. No, this guy's my dad. I wish. But look how short and stumpy his legs are. A man's built like a fucking brick shit house.
My favorite thing about like that saying is just doing the inverse of it, like a shit brick house.
I don't know why, but like, oh, I love those colors. Love those colors. I love that blue. That's like my favorite blue. That's my favorite color. And they drew shot on the sheep. But yeah, my favorite thing about just like sayings that involve the word, I don't know why, but like there's that, and fell like a sack of shit. Like, really don't know why it makes me laugh so much. It's so stupid.
For me, it's like I love saying like mixing them up on purpose. Like I know it's like it's an office thing, but I do love like the how the turntables have turned.
Yeah. Like, I say that so often now that it sounds right.
Yeah.
Also, this is this reminds me like one of those fucking mobile ads where it's like level 100 artist versus level 1 artist. Hi, I'm Spyro and I'm here with Twilight Sparkle. Oh, I love that, man.
Mm.
See, this is what I mean. Like, I love 3, but like, you understand why. Like, if I want to just sit there and have, have a Spyro experience, a lot of the time I'll just go to 1 because you can play through it in like the space of 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can finish it in one sitting. You can just play like a bunch of it, and then it's you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know it's not your favorite out of them, but like especially with like the length of the other games, like it really is just. It's the romp I need sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a phone?
Yeah.
Oh my god. They've got coffees!
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. Look at Sparks with tiny little sunglasses. Who makes sunglasses that small? Did they make them explicitly for dragonflies?
They must.
I like the scale patterns on him as well. It's just so sketchy and nice.
Mm-hmm. It's your birthday, happy birthday, it's a big cake, it's a Spyro,
Cake, happy
the dragon.
Happy birthday with your big cake and your Spyro. Have a big cake. It's your birthday. Happy
It's a blue
birthday.
dragon.
It's a bad dragon. With your big cake. Happy big
And
cake.
the song is called Dragon Shores now.
I'm on a bench in Dragon Shores, wondering where did my dragon egg go? That was a stretch.
Sparks. So I think that's all the art and shit. So let's wrap up now.
Yeah, been going for nearly 4 hours.
Yeah. So
But
You
no long
wanna-
stream.
you wanna take the lead?
No. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed our streams, then please consider following either of us on Twitch. Extra streams on Mondays, which is today's date, actually technically yesterday, on this channel, and I stream over on IRL Dragon, which is this channel. I typed hi in the chat, that's me. So if you want to follow either of us, you can do that. Extra streams on Mondays, I stream on Wednesdays. I'm currently playing through Pokemon Emerald. It's a fantastic game, and I hope that you'll join us for a couple of streams. We just got Surf, so we're heading over to go and get Phoebus and go to Fortree, fight Winona. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lots of banter happens. Really enjoy it. Nice chill stream. And Ezra also streams on Tuesdays at the moment. He
Mondays.
streams Yu-Gi-Oh!
No.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Playoffs.
Well, no, I need to
No?
actually talk about that. I stream on Mondays typically, where I do video games. But typically, Amber is correct. Yes, we would be streaming on Tuesdays, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, doing progressive playoffs. If you don't know what progression playoffs are, it's we start off.
Then show up. You'll see.
Yeah. Well, you start off the beginning set of Yu-Gi-Oh. You open 24 packs. You build a deck around it. Next week, you move on to the next set, and we're just working our way through Yu-Gi-Oh. With a bunch of bullshit decks that are really bad. That is with myself, my friends Taylor, Ryan, and Michael. We typically would be doing it on Tuesdays, but unfortunately this week's, just for the entire week, nobody's schedules line up with each other. So we are holding it off for this week. Hopefully to be back next week when we'll know a bit more. Hopefully, by the end of the week. If you're interested in that, you can check out the VODs. That's the playlist I have made from my YouTube channel. You can also find the VODs of these streams, the non-Yu-Gi-Oh streams, the video game streams, on my YouTube channel also.
Yeah. Ezra's personal archive of his streams. I don't have one.
Yeah.
Because I don't live in the past.
No. Also, next week, because we're done with Spyro, we're going to move on to something different. We are going to be, next week on Monday, we're going to be playing Mario Party.
Da 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 da.
Super Mario Party. Right now, it's me and Ember. There's open slots for people, so there might be more than us. We will have to figure that out. But yeah, we will be doing that, and then maybe the week after, once we're done Mario Party, I'm going to do. This is the thing I was talking about doing tests about, but I'll be streaming Devil May Cry 5. It's a real fun game. I've played a huge amount of it. I'm on my I must be at least my 12th playthrough of it, and I'm going to add another one to that. So yeah, that's my plan. If I'm unable to stream Devil May Cry, I don't know. I don't really have any plans for any backup plans at the moment, but we will see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
There are other games, I think. I think so. Also, you can follow us on Twitter for updates. As is on the screen, mine is also at @OurRealDragon.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Okay. Well then.
That's it. Thanks for sticking around for such a long ass stream. And a long ass series of streams. It's been a fucking gauntlet, but we did it.
We just really wanted to get through the end of Spyro, so we didn't have to dedicate another week to Spyro.
Yeah, like our streams are typically around 3 hours, so we didn't really want to have
I
2-hour streams or.
Yeah, I aim for about 2.5 to 3 hours personally.
Yeah.
But
same.
Yeah. But yeah, they're not usually this long. If you're catching it on the tail end and being like, oh god, they're not typically this long.
I'll catch you on the tail end. Grab you by it. Get them haunches a big slap. Ah.